a shot glass. Listen to the podcast, it's all up in your mom's ass. Big J kills them like O.J. Simpson. Or quit if the fingerless glove don't fit. Get break quick by that big dick Dave Smith. He all up in your ribs while he talking politics. Or get bit when you rattle by that Puerto Rican snake. They natural born killers, legion of skanks. Welcome to the club.
Oh yeah. You can hear the applause raining from somewhere.
It's great. Hey. Lewis is just looking out into the studio of people who aren't even here for the show.
Yeah, I love how
they're not clapping.
There are people here for the show, but fucking Monroe and Derek are entertaining them instead of having them watch our show.
Soft shoe.
Look at them. Look at them. Our white fans.
Is, you ain't my baby. Take it away, Monroe, because if you is, come on, give me a kiss.
Derek's playing the spoons.
I'm the spoon man. Ski ba 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 da bo.
Stop entertaining our fans. Stop.
Being too entertaining.
These are our white fans. They came here to enjoy our racist Nazi show, and then we have two black guys just fucking
killing it,
crushing it,
killing it out there
in person, making eye contact,
changing minds of people out there.
Fuck.
That woman's never touched a black before. Look at her now, sitting next to him, not freaking out, not clutching anything. She trusts you.
Yeah. All right.
Give Derek your paw. Give him your paw.
It'd be hilarious if Derek just punched her right now.
Yeah, or if her dad just kicked in the door and attacked Derek. It's the Legion of Skanks podcast, everyone. We're live from the Gas Digital Studios in the East Village.
On YouTube right now.
On YouTube, live,
streaming. Godfrey streaming and Gas Digital, but we said, fuck it. Why not stream this show? It's a great show.
There's no way to stream both on your server?
No, we have a live page. I mean, technically we could, but it'd be a whole fucking...
Let me say fear the beard, everyone. That voice, of course, is Nick Mullen joining the show.
Hello.
It's only us clapping here. We're so used to the live shows.
I mean, our audience, our in-studio audience, who we invited in, they're giving us nothing right now.
Well, what do you want them to do? They're behind a soundproof wall.
Just clap and dance. We can see you. There we go.
There you go. They're excited. Yeah, there's some energy. And now,
none of you guys can hear us.
They're embarrassed.
Take our word for it.
They're embarrassed to try to fail at rhythm in front of two black guys.
Bring the hot couple and put them in here. Don't bring the fucking autistic weirdo with the big red beard.
Yeah,
leave him out there.
Yeah, entertain him, Monroe and Derek.
Put this hot couple back here. They can start making out every once in a while. We need to start selling sex.
Welcome to the fat white chick of the gay community.
Godfrey! Come and say what's up. Come say what's up. What's up, baby?
Godfrey.
What's up, baby boy?
Long time no see,
How are
dude.
you, sir?
Oh, no. Thank God it was not open.
What's up, dudes?
David Tell's about to come in, so we're going to kick you out in a minute.
Fresh.
But we love you. And
thank you, man.
Last time I saw Godfrey, it was outside of Sirius. He was appalled that the video had resurfaced to me and you making out.
Oh, yeah, he's not happy about that.
He was uncomfortable. It took him a while to shake my hand. It's very weird.
He won't even hide it. Like right now, he said,
nah, it's nasty.
But he held firm
you got
to
to do
guns.
what you got to do, man.
He held firm to his guns. I asked us if you got the ultimate role,
yeah,
and something, but it required you playing a gay character and you're going to have to kiss a guy, you said you wouldn't do it.
I'm not that good of an actor.
You know, by the time they do Black Panther,
and I've studied a lot of
Would you have a problem if they did it with computers afterwards?
Like they put it in post.
Yeah, but it's you really just giving some guy.
People still see it. And
You just got to
real.
you got to take one picture. With
Nah.
Everyone thinks you made out with a dude.
Nah,
but you didn't.
and I'm not even homophobe, but I just can't do that.
I'm
heterosexual 100%.
You're opening yourself up to all of our fans now making, taking gay porn
Deep
clips and
fakes.
putting your face onto it.
You motherfucker.
That is 100% happening as we speak.
Oh, yeah. Well, now
that Jay said it,
Fucking assholes.
It will be hilarious.
Yo, God, what's good, man?
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on, yo?
No one's going to think it's actually you, but it'll be funny.
We're about to.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! The blacks are getting into a black on black crime.
Fucking delay, son.
This is what you said. This was your
Yo, man,
trepidation
you
in
still
getting
heard
two
about
black
Malik? You know
podcasts.
Malik Yoba? You remember Malik Yoba?
He likes trans.
Yeah, he likes trans. He like Badussi, man.
He's New York undercover.
He's out. He's out of the cover
He tries
now.
to say it so matter of factly too.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm in the Chicks with Dicks. I'm gonna be at a rally next week.
Wait, who is this?
I've sucked a bunch. And then if you remember, one of my favorite roles.
Who is this person?
What?
Who is
Malik Yoba. He was not the Spanish guy from Head of the Class in New York Undercover. Hence Nick's joke.
Okay, so
New York Undercover. He was in Cool Runnings. He was. If you ever saw Cool Runnings, Yul Brynner.
Cool Runnings, great.
And
movie.
he's in Empire. He's just been different shit.
It wasn't a great
Friend of mine.
Well, no, but for the time.
Friend of mine. Good
I'm not
guy.
saying it was like a great.
He's like a
film.
tough. He's like a
Godfather?
masculine dude, like a tough, like.
Oh yeah. No, for sure.
Oh, I know who this guy.
He was
Yeah.
like Luke Cage.
Yeah.
Whatever. I like to suck butts. I don't give a shit. You give me a finance boy, I'll suck his shit right out of his ass.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, so that's yeah, man. But yeah, I wouldn't do it.
Did you know Malik Yoba?
I know him well.
I was gonna say I feel like yeah.
You didn't
I
know
mean,
that
I know
one.
him and Mike. Both of them from New York Undercover.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
Did
a
you
great
know that?
show.
great show.
You
Did
can't
you know that
find it
information
anywhere.
about him?
No, until
It wasn't
2
like a-
days
it
ago.
wasn't
We
like
have
a
the
thing
same
that's like-
manager.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Still. Are you questioning your manager now?
No. I mean, he got to do what he got to do. Maybe. What if I'm saying? What if the fact that he's come out? What if he gets more shit because he's come out? Because they're running Hollywood.
Oh, To Wong Fu too.
I hope they bring
Malik Yoba in a
back.
fucking
They need to bring
dress.
back New York Undercover. If this was just a
Wesley's
ploy-
comeback.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be 100%.
New York Undercover was
a
a great show. It was no Cool Runnings, but it was a good show.
It was no Cool
New
Runnings.
York, I think they were trying to do. They're supposed to be doing a reboot.
They were gonna reboot it, but there's no plans to release
New York
it
Undercover?
on streaming. The original,
Oh.
because I don't give a fuck about a reboot. I mean, that could go any way.
Was the original good?
The original's great. It's a
Of
great
New York
show.
Undercover?
Perfect
Yeah.
TV
New York
shows.
Undercover is great. It was
New York
good.
Undercover meets Cool Runnings. Imagine that.
All right, the gears are turning. The gears are turning. This is our idea, guy.
Okay, imagine
The
this.
gears are twerking.
Yo, man. So Attell's coming.
Attell's going to be here in a minute. It's going to be a great show. Godfrey, your show here on the network.
Yeah, show here on the network and Godfrey We Trust at Tuesdays and Fridays at 9:30 p.m. ish. But it's going awesome. It's awesome. In the streets, it's great. You know, you guys know. You guys have been doing this shit for a minute, but it's fucking fantastic. This is a great thing that you have built, my friend.
Well, thank you very much.
Fantastic, you and Ralph, and it's just dope. All what everybody's doing, just creating all this shit, it's just fantastic. And
Now,
I'm
this is a
glad to
perfect
be
moment
part of
while
the
he's
whole
doing
thing.
this really nice, genuine rant. If you just pulled up gay porn in that moment, just dick slamming
just me
into
and Louis
asshole.
kissing.
Yeah, or just us kissing.
Fuck, man.
Real missed opportunity, gang.
Yeah, I'm good on
But
that.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
now.
admire
Now that we're telling
Godfrey.
you.
It's not easy to hate gays in 2009.
No, whoa, what the fuck,
Godfrey
Dave?
is sticking
Oh
to his
no,
guns.
no. Hey,
One
you know
thing
what?
Godfrey's always stood by.
I hug Mateo Lane and I make sure people record it.
Yeah.
I go,
Everyone
that's my
get this.
friend.
That's your
That's
I
an
am a
easy
black
get-
friend.
that's
That's my black
I will touch Mateo Lane twice a year.
he's an easy gay guy to hug. He's fucking gorgeous.
He's
His
good
body's
looking, in
fantastic.
good
Pull up-
shape.
Pull up Mateo. Oh no, we just watch this for Godfrey.
And he might really give you like good gay points if you get a picture hugging Mateo because he's bound to be
Oh,
wearing
look,
possibly
look, slow.
short shorts.
I thought that was in
Or
slow
very tight
motion.
tank
Go to
top.
the beginning of it for a second.
Oh
Fuck,
god.
man.
Go to the beginning. Hold on.
Oh, Dave left to jerk
Look,
off.
look, look. It looks like.
It's like, oh man, I got to jerk off.
Yo, empty mic right there.
If you ever want to get rid of a black guy,
Yeah.
all you got to do is pull up.
Should we tell him that it's too late if you stay here for 10 seconds?
What
of it,
is
you are
the
gay?
green screen for?
That's Kumia's studio.
We were gonna put us in more of a sexy setting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We when it was the finished product, it's just us in a giant wine glass bathtub,
Okay.
just kissing each other.
Godfrey
deeply.
really does have a weirdness with gays and white people, and
You
I
think?
really admire him for both. of them. I swear, like you ever just hear him talk about white people, it's great. It's refreshing.
No, I love it. It's he's unapologetically racist.
Yeah, it's great.
No, he's not. I don't think he's racist at all. He's with the gay thing. I don't think he has any problem with gay people. It's the
just,
concept.
It's just the thing they do that makes them gay.
Exactly.
yes,
Yes.
That's it.
He doesn't
So,
like gay
If
sex.
they did everything except be gay, there's no problem with it.
right up to and including hugging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that is where it stops, my friend.
They start to do anything more than hug. It's got to be a bro hug, like a
Yeah.
quick. Boom.
Oh yeah, you can't hug like boner to boner. You
Yeah.
can't go kissing dick holes. You have to like go side to side.
Thank you. Are you bringing in the hot couple to sit here? You bring the hot couple in, and they can
Are
sit.
you bringing in a folding chair? Are we having a death match?
Can I have a coffee?
Did you hear that? Did anybody hear that?
Someone get Nick a
I
coffee.
feel like these fucking interns are falling apart.
You don't mean that.
They are.
No, you don't mean that.
The couple don't want to stay in here. All right, well then fuck it. Bring
yeah,
in,
you know what? They were too hot for
bring in
us.
the autistic guy.
They were too hot for us anyway.
No, you guys don't have to. You don't have to come in. We were just gonna make you guys make out on camera a bunch behind us.
Tell me what to do.
Yeah, come
Just
sit behind
tell you what
us.
to do. Don't say that before you walk into this room.
Hell yeah.
Just tell me what to do. Shit on the table.
Hell yeah.
Totally set up. What up?
Hey, nothing going on here. Just some gay shit. Thanks for coming in, breaking it up.
This chick looked like she used to be goth in high school.
Me?
Yeah.
Everybody thought so.
Yeah.
They thought she was goth. Yeah, well, she's got, you know.
Also,
No, I
Dave,
was just dead for real.
Dave's covering up the hot chick as well. So he's just fucking.
Good job,
he's got this
Dave.
goofy fucking dude. You gotta look at his face the whole fucking time.
Dave, you look like you were a goth chick in high school.
I'm recovering.
Always. We are waiting, of course, on.
Attell's gonna be here any minute now. Yeah. So we have a great show planned today. Incredible show. Lots to talk about. It's been a minute. I feel like. How long has it been since we've done a show?
I don't know.
A week. We're also, I'll say we are back at the stand. Let's try it again. Next week we'll be back at the stand with Bobby Kelly and Voss, and we got a bunch of great shows coming
Something
up. So-
happened last time.
Yeah, they had a show that ran late, so we couldn't do our show, so we had to move it last minute and whatever. It's great. So
Lewis was really calm about it.
I was very calm
He handled
actually.
it good.
I did handle it pretty good. All things considered, old Lewis would have freaked out.
Old Lewis would have come in and screamed at me and Dave and yelled outside a lot, then
You
walked
handled
off
it.
angrily.
Oh, you know what? I am old Lewis. Never mind.
You haven't made 1 inch of improvement.
I
The exact same person.
You don't think I've made an improvement in my life in my anger
I
management?
hit nobody.
I don't. I'll be honest. My honest answer is no. But what is it that you see that's the improvement? Maybe I don't know.
You slowed down. You're fatter.
You can't catch the Uber
I don't have
driver.
the cardio to.
You're too fat now.
Lewis just takes a nap in the middle of his outrage.
Right. I got distracted by pretzel time samples.
You had the wrong
I got hung up in all the hands, and I wasn't able to file my complaint.
You go, hey, you're supposed to make a left turn like that. No, I think I've calmed down a lot. I don't know. Overall, I just don't freak out as much as I used to. I still freak out. I'll say this until I'm blue in the face. The problem is, I tell you guys every time I freak out, and you hold it against me.
Yeah, but if you have
Attell tried buzzing in. Please get him, you fucking idiots.
If you have to start a sentence telling me that you've gotten less angry by saying "I'll tell you this till I turn blue in the face,"
Yeah.
you're not doing great.
Yeah.
One, your face still not blue. You only said it once.
Well, blue means cool. Red is angry.
I'll say it till I'm cool in the face.
I also take substantially more Uber rides and taxi rides than most people. So I'm playing in traffic way more than you guys are.
What does
Right.
that-
Why are you putting
does that
yourself in that
mean?
traffic?
Why are you so convinced you take way more Uber rides than most people? I take
Yeah.
a lot of Uber rides.
No way.
No way I take a lot of Uber rides.
Nope. I don't believe it. Dave, you're a Lyft guy through and through.
I haven't used
Yeah, and you
Lyft
get
in
what you mean. You
forever.
get like mad at the Uber guys.
No, first of all, the Uber guys aren't going to get that mad at because there's a paper trail. And I've been trying to get my rating back up. You can't really fuck around. Okay?
That's why it was down, though.
But yeah, I was denied a ride recently. I told you that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they texted me. They was like, yeah, I'm not taking this ride. Your rating's too low.
Wow.
What's your
Wow,
rating?
damn.
What's your
I've had
rating? Yeah, what is
people
your rating?
cancel me
Why did they cancel you?
I have a relatively
because
low rating.
my rating's probably low. I don't talk to people. You know, they'll be like, "Oh,
I
how
don't
are
really
you?"
talk.
And I'm like, "I just
Okay. Do you
I
say
don't
something?
really
Do you
talk.
say something? Just drive.
no, I don't say just drive, but I'll be like, I'm fine."
I'm having a hard time not laughing at how wet your mustache
Oh,
got
yeah.
in the front.
Yeah,
It's not that bad.
It's
You
a
took a sip
fucking.
of something,
it's-
it's
He's got
I
a
should shave my
4.
face,
Lewis is a
but-
4.5.
But here's the
That's
point.
too low for them to take.
But let me
it.
tell you why. Because everybody's
Pretty
just 5 stars without even thinking, right? So in order to get it down for to
No,
bring that
5 stars I think is very.
No, I
hard
think
to
what
have.
it is, I think you said this to me before. It's 5 or 1. Like no one gets a 3.
I'm a 4.8.
But I never.
4.8, but you understand that is in that world, those little that is
That's
a
a big
huge,
Huge.
yeah, huge.
No.
I
Because if you
never
get down to
rate
4.7, you've got a lot of ones.
4.56.
I never rate anybody
That's
lower
low.
than 5 stars.
I think
Ever?
I
What if
I
they're
just-
a bad driver and
I
they're
just
shitty?
don't. I just don't leave a rating.
What if they
done
make a
it
wrong
like
turn?
twice ever.
I usually don't leave a rating at all.
Yeah, I don't leave a rating.
hit the
If it
word
was
skip.
if it was good, I'll leave 5 stars. Otherwise, I'm not. You know, if you just did your job.
Oh, I hit 1 and then I hit the specific things. I check them off. I'm like, not friendly. Took the wrong route. I lie about other things. Was he
Look,
raped me?
Gary drove me last thing. Skip. Can't even remember him.
Well, you wouldn't just give him
You
5
wouldn't give him
stars.
5 because you can't remember
Wow, you
him?
don't remember an Uber driver named Gary. That's
his
probably
job-
the
Can I say
only
something?
Uber driver I do remember.
I'll be honest with you. I do remember one thing. Smelled horrible.
Fuck him. One
Smells
star.
horrible.
Go back to one star.
Yeah, you're like, finally, a white guy. And then he just smells
That was
like
not a white
coke
guy.
anyways.
That Gary was like his American name. It was.
Yeah.
He definitely wasn't Gary. I'm 4.8.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I had to get mine up. When me and Christine stopped taking Ubers, sharing an Uber to work,
Oh, because you would fight in Ubers.
it just would happen. Yeah, so those people definitely give you.
Just start
ones.
taking limos. You guys can sit on opposite ends.
Dave's
Like
going
a
into
big
the wrong
dining table.
podcast.
Yeah, Dave's going into
Hilarious.
Godfrey's podcast.
No, that's hilarious. Oh no!
Does
I
he
think,
not know who
I,
we are?
I think they're waving him in.
Does Attell not know who we are? He thinks
Oh, it's the
I'm
Legionist gangs.
Dave's Derek. I'm Monroe.
You
and
think
you're
we're black
Godfrey.
people?
Yeah. Legion of Blacks.
Oh, fantastic!
There he is.
Joining us in the Legionist gangs now, of course, it is Dave Attell.
Podcast going on over there.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of podcasts going. This
We
is Lewis's
we
dream.
consider them separate but equal.
It's funny how they have the smaller room. It really
well,
is.
that room
Kind
is
of-
exactly 3/5 the size of this room.
Thanks for having me.
What's up,
Dave?
Dave?
Thanks for being here, buddy.
Yeah, we're having a lot of fun on the show so far. What were we just talking about? I don't remember anymore.
Uber rides.
Uber,
You were
yeah,
gonna
my
say
ratings.
You're
my
blue
ratings
in the
bad.
face. You'll say that you've come down a lot, but you said your Uber rating that's really low.
That's low.
I think you're a dick for not giving that guy a 5. You got to really fuck up to not get 5 stars.
No,
Smelling
no
bad
bullshit.
is pretty
No
bad.
bullshit. The car
That
was
smelling bad isn't enough.
no. The car was like one of those. It hit the whole car, dude. It was bad.
really
Smelling
bad.
bad is
Yeah.
definitely enough for a 1-star rating.
A 1 star.
1 star.
Really? You're crazy.
But I skipped it.
That's some smelly guy's livelihood. He's got to drive around stinking
no.
like
It-
ass.
I'm telling you, it
Well, he
wasn't.
could work
He wasn't
at
a
the
dirty
garbage
guy.
dump
He was a
or
smell. Does that make
In a
sense?
bathroom.
He looked well kept.
There
jobs
are
for those
shit
guys.
smell jobs.
Yeah, he could work in somebody's ass. He can get a job in a big fat guy's ass.
There's a million opportunities, Dave. Is what he's trying to say.
Yeah, no, that's like one of the only
You're a
things.
libertarian, isn't that the answer? Just get a job in somebody's ass.
I mean, anything but welfare. But
Dude, but yeah, no, that is one of the big things I think because it makes the whole ride uncomfortable. But here's the problem with all these apps, and you do the 1 star, it doesn't even mean anything. You need to tell him why you're 1-starring him. You can't just 1-star him. He's not gonna know. So if you don't say, "Hey, buddy," because this is what I do when I go to a restaurant, right? I'm never gonna not tip because then you look like a piece of shit, right? But what I'll do is I'll tip like 15%, but then I'll write a little note being like, "Hey, just so you know, I would have tipped you a lot more, but I didn't enjoy."
oh, that way you
Wow,
don't look
dude.
like an asshole.
That's
a great.
fucking ridiculous.
That's a great plan.
No, but then because then I look like I'm cheap, and they don't get it. They have bad service. They're like, "Oh, 15%, that's fine. That's great." For
Like
bad
I am
service."
not cheap. I am psychotic. So here is an essay about what you could have done better.
That's weird. You write it on a napkin or something?
And I write it on the actual check.
Really?
Yeah.
I wish you would do it with cut out pieces of newspaper.
I carve it into the table.
Yeah, that would be less weird. I tell you, the worst thing I've ever heard. A buddy of mine. Not a buddy of mine. I should say, my friend, her ex-husband, years and years ago. I don't even know if I was doing comedy yet, but we went out to dinner somewhere, and I always remember it stuck with me. Him telling me I was paying for dinner that night, but he said,
All right, Jay.
"No, I'm saying because I didn't
Let it go.
Every time.
I didn't watch him do this, or else I couldn't have sat there. It was crazy." He said, not joking, that he puts out like what he's willing to tip at the beginning of a thing,
Oh,
and
and
then in
takes
front and
dollars
takes
away.
dollars. It's the I'm
I
like,
mentally do that. I don't physically put the dollars and then
that's
take them
I
out.
tell you what, mentally doing that is it's astronomically better.
So he lets you know before you go in the back to prepare his food that he's the biggest prick.
What I do
In
is
the world.
crazy?
I, bring
I guarantee he's
I bring a
getting
laser
rubies.
pointer and I shine it in the waiter's eye. As the service gets better, I move it away from his retina. And the more they fuck up, it gets closer.
I get it.
you will be blinded.
I increase the power on the laser pointer.
Dave, you're a heavy tipper.
Oh, thank you.
I know you are.
I didn't think you'd ever get to me.
It's an open
Well,
forum.
you went to the blacks first, Dave.
Well, you know, they have a problem with you guys and your tipping over there.
Tipping, what's that?
No, I was going to say that with the notes and all that kind of thing, if you're going to leave a note, you have to make it like whatchamacallit, a riddle. So it doesn't look like you're, like what smells like poo and rhymes with you.
Yeah,
Like
dude.
the Joker would if he took
yeah.
an Uber.
I think that
How often does that happen that you write a note?
anytime I'm going to tip bad.
And how often does that happen?
always-
That was real
roughly.
dodge.
Not that often. I mean, it's only if I get particularly bad service. They've got to fuck up a lot if I'm going to leave less than 20%.
How many notes have you written in your life?
7.
I feel like you learned
That's not bad.
every manner from like chain emails. Like you weren't like raised to, there was no etiquette or whatever. You just like somebody emailed you something. You're like, oh, look at this waiter. He got fucked over by somebody, or this guy got a huge tip for, there's no like, who taught you that? Just like going and
Nobody.
leaving it
I wasn't
out.
really
That was like
raised.
intuitive to you to like,
I
leave
think
it
it's a
out? You didn't
great.
see that in something?
No. I think it's a great. You guys don't think this is a better way to do it?
No.
I just keep tipping.
Yeah.
You just tip more.
You know,
Bad service, 50%.
Always like a
it's-
strip club though. You just constantly come back with. You want me to fill up your water? Yeah. He goes, man, that's good shit. Laying down 5s on him.
maybe it's the stereotype, you know, being a member of the tribe, you know, where we don't tip, so I overtip.
Yeah, I'm just saying if because you can't, especially I live in Harlem as well, so there's a problem, right? There's like the whole fucking chicken and egg theory up there. Is it bad service or is it bad customers? Who knows? You know, so you go
Both.
to Harlem, it's fucking horrible, dude. It's just it's terrible service everywhere, and it's like it's a broken issue, and nobody has this conversation. There's not getting tipped well, nobody's good, and I'm just letting them know. I'm having a conversation with them.
Nobody
hey, you
has
could be
this
better.
conversation.
You guys could be better. Just letting you know right now.
Nobody's willing to talk about the chickens and the eggs up in Harlem.
But if
Has
you,
a lot
if
of
you
chicken
were a
on chicken
waiter, that
crime.
wouldn't change your behavior. You'd just be pissed off.
No, I wouldn't. If somebody wrote me a note and they gave me 15% still, which is like the
You
minimum
take that
standard.
money, but maybe I need to change my way.
Yes.
Really, Lewis? Really, Lewis? That's the
know.
person you think you are.
You are.
That's how you see yourself?
I swear to God, I would.
You'd throw their fucking money at their face. But fuck you, motherfucker. I don't even know your fucking money. I've seen you when you were selling tickets years and years ago. That was, by the end, when you would just be like, you want to buy some tickets? And he goes, no. And you'd be like, no, thank you, motherfucker. And you're like, you were so angry at it. So
That's,
no.
I love that move where somebody holds a door for you and says you're welcome before you can say thank you. Have you gotten that ever?
No, but Lewis also thinks it infuriates him with anybody, and did I do this? Hold elevator doors for people with your arm across it when people are
Fucking
getting in.
infuriating. Ugh, you try hard.
If you weren't supposed to do that, they'd take the thing out of the elevator that makes it work.
The thing,
The
when
door
you
would just
go
close.
through the elevator, it opens. So I don't need your hand to hold the sensor. My fucking shoulder's going to hold the sensor as I walk through the fucking thing.
Just let this thing whale me in the shoulder
No.
and let me live my goddamn life.
It's just so try hard. It's like, oh, come on. If you're not a fucking doorman, get in the elevator, idiot. Move.
First
It gives
guy in
that
the
person a
elevator
chance
thing.
of like being like a little hero. You know, it's like, I saved him. You know, I saved him a minute or two.
Fucking, it's the worst. It's just it's an action of an asshole.
It's nothing at all, but you think it's a thing.
the action of a fucking dickhead.
That's insane.
You're
that you believe
out
that.
of your mind.
You're out of your mind.
Let's talk about cigarettes now, because when you brought up with the whole "you're welcome" before the "thank you," where like people ask you for a cigarette, and then you got to get the cigarette, and then they wait around for a light, and then they just walk off without a thank you.
Oh yeah.
I think that
that's
is
brutal.
inappropriate.
I actually hate when they
Because we
come.
basically did everything but have sex there. We smoked, had an awkward moment, and they just walked away.
I'll tell you what.
Feel used.
I'll tell you what. I'll never give a cigarette to is the people who do it all with pantomime, like
what's that?
shitty.
Oh, the,
It's like and then when you give it to them, and then you like to. Like, you know, like lighter now too, dickhead. And it's
Like they're-
my fucking assistant. Yeah. I want catch me a butterfly.
Are you voguing?
Look at a butterfly. But yeah, that fucking drives me nuts. It's such a rude
Deaf
way to
people.
even go. Yeah, deaf people are so rude.
Yeah, I don't like them either.
Yeah, hand me a note.
They're a real piece
No,
of shit.
deaf people would never be the problem. It's always like a jerk offy finance district guy that's
Yeah.
doing that. You know, he's drunk and he's just like confident as shit.
That old
This guy.
Gaffigan joke.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy, Holland Tunnel. He just yells it at you, asks you for directions.
Yeah,
That finance guy.
some piece of shit finance.
The
guy.
Wolf of Wall Street.
What? So is Kevin Hart? He's fine, right? We can make fun of it.
He's gonna be okay. Yeah.
He really milked it. He stayed silent for like 4 days. Everyone thought he was
Well,
dead.
no, he was in surgery and
yeah.
shit. Man.
Okay.
Fractured spine. It's not serious, but I mean, he's gonna recover.
and that car rolled, right? That was like,
Yeah.
wow.
It looked-
Car did not look good.
Yeah, the picture was terrifying, but I found out later that it was like because they cut the roof off at that point. The pictures are all with the roof cut off.
Do you think that he was doing like his womanly scream as the car rolled?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Just the whole time.
He was screaming for the Rock.
Yeah. Yeah.
What a situation for the Rock.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even if that's the roof cut off, that's still
man.
pretty
Thank God they're
devastating.
alive, man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So crazy. I've never been in an accident. Christine's been in like rolled a car before. That's fucking nuts.
Wow, that does look like the Manfield where they were decapitated. Look at that.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. You see,
crazy.
whoever's in that is dead.
Thank God Kevin's 5'1".
Yeah, like, he was in the floorboards the whole time. Then he walked right out of the exhaust pipe and went home.
But he wasn't.
He was
driving,
shot into the air conditioning system and walked out
Like Ant-Man.
and walked.
His insect
He's in the
friends-
quantum realm.
His insect friend saved him.
Yeah. Shit.
The quantum realm.
Fuck. So no, it's good that he's yeah.
No, it's great. Thank God, man.
Yeah, it was scary. I texted you. I for some reason I like to be the bearer of bad news for Jay's friends being
Yeah.
dead. I texted
I heard
Jay
another
about-
friend is dead.
I texted Jay about
Another one bites the dust, faggot. Jesus, Lewis.
Right,
What? I
keeps-
thought he
keeps
was kid gloves on that one.
a list of your friends on the dinner table. As they die, he crosses them off. That's how you-
Dude, I texted him. I was like, Kevin Hart car accident. Is he okay? I was fully expecting to be like, oh fuck, really?
No. Yeah.
You knew about that, but all right, well, good for him.
I'm only a phone call to Keith away from finding out later from Keith the answer to the question that I asked Keith to ask to whoever he talks to close to Kev.
That's nice.
Was he driving the other car?
And for-
Who was in the other
happened.
car? Tracy? Who was in there?
Who was in there?
Keith can only make left turns.
Yeah. Kev also wanted to be the black comic with the best car accident also. Always a mogul. Always a mogul.
Yeah.
It would be cool if the rest of the Fast and the Furious cast died in car accidents.
All
by
they keep
one.
going out one by one.
That's all how they leave the series until it's just Statham left over.
It's like a huge franchise. I don't think I've ever watched a Fast and Furious movie.
Never
That's
seen one of them.
insane.
I've never
Not
seen
once.
one
You're
of them.
the demographic.
What?
Yeah, you
It's
are.
for awesome people?
Well,
Yeah,
kinda,
dude,
yeah.
totally.
It's for
the-
badasses?
It's
Sure,
for
yeah.
the critical tipper.
Louis,
Guys,
you
I'm
know-
a good fucking tipper.
I
If somebody's
know you
great,
are.
I will fucking throw down the fucking...
Fuck yeah, dude.
I was gonna say, why don't you like rip out 100 in half and go the other half would have been if you brought a napkin.
It's for like Latinos that love Best Buy. That's who goes to see the Fast and
You've
Furious.
never seen one of them or a piece of
I
them?
think
I've never
maybe
seen one
the
Fast and
first
Furious.
one back in the day. Like,
Yeah, I think I saw the first
I
one back
didn't
in the
give
day,
a
and then I saw Tokyo Drift for like laughs, and then I've never
Tokyo
seen the
Drift
other
is
one.
the best of all of them.
It's got
You've
nothing to
seen
do with the
all of
rest of
them?
them. It's like
Yeah.
Halloween 3.
Yeah.
It's got nothing to do with the rest of the series.
I
right?
haven't seen the new one, Hobbs and Shaw.
I wouldn't have guessed that you had seen all of them.
They're great. They're fun.
Really?
Yeah.
People
you
love
gotta-
these movies.
You got to go see them in the theater because if opening day, people get into it.
Are you
It's
the
like,
oldest, whitest guy in that theater?
For sure.
I guess. Yeah,
For
probably
sure.
now. But I mean, not when the first one came out. You know.
Then you were in your
I've
prime.
never seen one
Yeah.
in a theater. I don't know if I would want to sit in a theater. If they
I'm
had
a
Tokyo
Transformer
Drift.
man. I look at it.
I said I think I've officially when I watched that last
Oh,
Spider-Man
the phone
movie.
was the tell.
When I watched the last Spider-Man movie in the theater, I was like, I think I've aged out of giving a shit about superhero movies. I really don't care about them.
Yeah.
The Joker movie feels embarrassing for everyone. I feel like embarrassed having watched the trailer.
Yeah, it doesn't
Like, I
look
feel like
good.
responsible.
I don't know what
It
I
was
can't
good.
tell.
People,
The new Joker.
yeah, the new Joker with Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah.
It doesn't look good. I don't know what to say. It just doesn't look like it's going to be a fun, good movie. I know he's going to be all weird and fucking play it. You know, they're going to say it's a great performance.
Yeah, I saw the trailer. Looked weird.
It looks like an indie flick.
Yeah. It looks like trying to explain like Taxi Driver and King of Comedy. your friend
Motherfucker,
that
stop
doesn't know how
talking to my
read.
son. Yeah.
This looks great. Oh, look, he got all rocked up.
This is the average Cumtown fan.
Yeah, well, this is how you know he took it seriously because he lost like 50 pounds. So he did a good job playing the clown.
Yeah.
This is the new Joker.
Yeah, Joaquin Phoenix and Gary Goldman. Gary Goldman's in it.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a comedy club scene, right?
Yeah.
He's Joker's mentor. He gives him all the
Yeah, he's ready
being a Joker.
tweets and tips.
yeah, yeah. Being a
Joker tip of the day.
You got to be an
Who is
agent of
this?
chaos.
Oh, you feel sorry for him.
Everyone laughed at me. Well, no one's laughing now.
Yeah, I mean, it's King of Comedy. They just like remade King of Comedy and then made it the
Yeah,
Joker.
made the Joker.
Yeah.
And they
No,
were on
literally.
it. Oh.
Todd Phillips was
I know,
like, yeah,
even
we're
with
looking-
De Niro.
Yeah, no, De Niro's in it, and it's
Oh,
like,
Todd Phillips said he did that.
yeah, Todd Phillips was like, yeah, like the influences for this were fucking Taxi Driver and King of Comedy.
Oh, that makes total sense.
Yeah,
And Gary
which
Goldman.
just
I guess we
just
have
watch
to see
those
it.
movies.
What'd you say?
I guess we have to see it then, right?
Yeah, we could probably see it, but it just, I feel like it looks a little pretentious and fucking like they're just trying. Even the trailer's so like dramatic, like dude, just fucking. I don't know, man. It's supposed to be a superhero movie.
Just so you know, dude, you just described film in general. You complained about all of it. He goes, it's just like dramatic.
oh, dude, I hate lighting.
Yeah, it's just dramatic. There's like a soundtrack.
like
There's a
accents.
score.
Oh,
going
you made
on
a
in the
trailer.
background.
Just do the movie.
It's like God,
Fuck off, dude, director.
God.
So who plays? Is Batman even in this?
No.
Or not yet.
No,
No. It's got nothing to do with Batman. Well, I don't know. I shouldn't say that. Maybe at some point.
Is it a Joker origin story? Is that sort of the idea?
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, that's what
kinda.
it is.
Have they done that before specifically? A Joker
I
origin
don't
story?
think so.
Yes, Jack Nicholson. I mean,
They showed
but
what
that was-
happened.
No, but I mean that was a Batman movie.
they
Saying,
should
like,
just
a movie
make
without
a
Batman.
much better
Oh, no.
movie. Would just be a James Holmes movie.
or one with
Just make a movie about James Holmes. I'd go see that.
that Joker, the shooter from
yeah,
Aurora.
I would watch his origin story.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What happened in that PhD program? What
Where
was
does it go
the turn for
haywire?
him? Yeah.
You see, Pete Davidson's dating Andy McDowell's daughter.
No.
I hate him. I love Pete.
who was the
was
last
dating- I thought he was
daughter
dating
that he
Kate
was dating?
Beckinsale.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck that old bitch. He's over her.
Short-lived. Is Andy McDowell's daughter hot?
She's fucking. She was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. You see that?
No.
Yeah.
Let's see what she looks.
The
Is this gonna be the one that was with
armpit hair bitch?
the one that was with Brad Pitt the whole
yeah,
time?
yeah.
Yeah, she was pretty hot,
She's
huh?
crazy hot. What's her name? Or I guess
Don't
he's
look at
been
me.
rumored.
Andy McDowell Jr.
You only have like maybe 2 more chicks who Pete Davidson's dating that you can furiously bring up.
Oh
on the
man, it's
podcast
so
So
infuriating.
pretty.
before
Look
it
at
gets
that.
weird.
Oh yeah, they've been seen together. I guess. There we go.
Good
does
for
that mean?
Pete, huh?
Where is that? Where are they?
Damn,
The
are they
castle?
both like 8 feet tall?
somewhere Pete can fucking apparently drink blood.
do whatever seance and witchcraft makes this happen for him? You don't want to believe it. You don't want to believe
The
it.
hair does it.
Yeah, dude. Well, no, show better pictures of her though. There's definitely she's a fucking smoke show.
Whose daughter is she?
Andy McDowell from Groundhog Day.
Yes.
Remember Andy? She was very
Very pretty.
very
yeah.
pretty back in the day as well.
She's a pretty lady.
Pretty lady.
She's a real
was
pretty
the only
lady, if
picture
I
of her,
recall.
Yeah, do you have pictures of this daughter? I feel like we could probably.
Wow.
Yes. Ah, fuck you, Pete.
Why does she have a bulge?
Jay, shut up.
She had a bulge.
She got a bulge.
Wow, she's like
I want to punch you in the head.
she's
She has
like
a bulge.
ballerina.
Look at her weird bulge.
I think Pete and her are the same size.
Yeah.
Look at that. Very slim.
She's hot, but I don't know what this one's like knocking like you like for a loop so hard.
Oh, she's.
I mean,
fucking
she's not as
smoke.
hot as Andy McDowell.
She's way hotter than Andy McDowell.
No,
Shut
no
up.
chance.
No, young Andy McDowell,
No
hotter
What?
for sure. 100%.
Shut up.
Get out
Pull
of
up
your
young Andy
mind.
McDowell. Let's
No.
see. Let's see. I only the
There's
problem
only
is
way you got whoever her fucking dad is. You can only detract from Andy McDowell. to
my
get
problem with Andy McDowell is like I will always see her as an old lady because I was a little kid, so I was like, she's kind of an old lady, even though she
that.
wasn't.
Maybe you were a gay little kid.
I was gay.
Were you a gay little kid?
good.
Yeah, no.
Wow.
Yeah. No,
Mother daughter.
Yeah,
Look
dude,
at that.
she was.
daughter. Yeah, she's pretty hot, but daughter's hotter.
No.
She's got that fucking.
She's 2 daughters.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
the
now
older
she,
daughter.
now she fucking. What
Look
the
at
hell's
that.
that
She got a
head?
big old fucking forehead.
God
A
damn,
spit roast
dude.
of talent.
What the fuck, man?
What's going on? Fucking.
Is this what happens when you Google young Andy McDowell? It just gives you all pictures of her
Go back
old?
down. Hold on. Go back to those pictures and go back down to the bottom left or on the left. No, the left. Go down there. Yes, down. Pull up that fucking picture of Andy.
Honey,
McDowell's
we're
on the
going
bottom.
down swinging. I'll be your number one with a bullet.
Lewis, you
It
gotta
doesn't
give him
matter.
more. This is on you, Lewis. You go
At
that
this-
one.
Any one of these. Look at her fucking forehead.
Yeah, these are old though. This is not what we were looking
Still
for.
is a very handsome woman.
Yeah, really, she looks like a handsome
Pass
woman.
around the
now.
maker's mark.
She's a B. Arthur thing about her.
Yeah, well, Pete
Good for
Davidson.
Pete.
Yeah, he's crushing it, dude.
Pete's killing the game.
Who's the hottest? Ariana Grande is still the hottest that he's dated.
So pretty.
It's all downhill from there. You think every chick he fucks now, he just looks at them and is like, "Oh, you fucking suck."
I loved it. Like her, the song she wrote about Pete wins like awards.
Yeah. Every time he goes into Macy's, he's got to hear it.
Yeah. I bet he's fine with that.
Fucking suck, you little dick faggot.
The Dave
That's still pretty
Coulier
awesome.
song is the best of all of those.
She has one about him?
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, the Ariana Grande.
Jesus.
About Dave
She gets
Coulier.
around.
No,
Oh,
the
yeah.
fucking down it.
Alanis Morissette.
Yeah, Alanis
Yeah.
Morissette sucking fucking Uncle Joey's dick.
Would you
and
go
moving it up.
down on Uncle Joey in
Yeah.
a theater?
Yeah.
You're a pig.
Does she let you do voices while fucking her? Pretend to be Donald Duck. Like, no one knows who the song's about. No one could figure it out.
It's also a ridiculous, like, does she go down on you in the theater and then she's just crazy in the song? She's like, is she a crazy psycho
whispers-
bitch like me? He's like, no, that's the point.
She whispers.
I was scared for my life.
In the theater, she goes, "Just tell me when you're gonna come." He goes, "Cut it."
Down on you. She's a crazy bitch, dude.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
also like
her.
Alanis. I would go see Alanis Morissette
Yes.
live in a heartbeat. Every song is fucking awesome, but she's a crazy bitch.
Oh, yeah, clearly.
What? No, you would really want to go see her live?
I would love to go see Alanis Morissette live.
I never dug her music like that.
Like she toured, I think, more than anybody ever. She really was. On the
Look,
road.
this is about a man. She's in the desert crying to herself and playing a piano. Like, Alanis, chill the fuck out.
Because I rang.
This is really crazier than any crazy ex-girlfriend
Look at
any
this
of
shit.
us have.
She's great. She's
The band's all weird. They're like, all right, I mean, do we have to?
All right, well, it came out. Now what? I'm gonna freak the fuck out on stage and get out of here.
She's
Wearing leather in the desert.
Yeah, she's awesome, though. I really like her music. On my Spotify, I have a whole Alanis Morissette playlist.
For
Did
what?
you see Jeffrey Epstein's Spotify?
No.
His playlists are really funny.
They came out?
Really?
It's like Tiesto and yeah, it's just
Oh, really?
yeah, it's really lame.
hilarious.
And then like they're spelled wrong. It's like working out with like OT. You know, I mean, it's just
His
I mean, he's like a
haunted
moron.
playlist.
That's great.
I thought he would just have like laughter of children.
It's all rap.
Some people have like the rain, the sound of rain.
Where's
in
the
the
wheels
background.
on the bus?
The giggles
Like,
of
what's
children.
this playlist for?
You said you watched the Harvey Weinstein documentary
Yeah.
on Hulu. I just watched that too with my
great.
girl. And it's
I mean, actually, I disagree. I actually thought it was kind of a shitty documentary,
I thought it was good.
except for
I thought it was fun.
Let you know he's a piece of shit for
Well,
sure.
he's definitely a piece of shit, but you also you become aware that you're so biased against him for being ugly.
What do you mean?
Like the whole time they just keep showing his face, and it's basically just the message of it is like, and look how fucking gross he was.
Well, the girls
And
they
you're
got
like,
to
yeah.
be the ones who spoke out in this documentary were just not great. Like,
Oh no,
people
half
do
the
it.
girls you're like, I'm not sure you're a victim. Like half of them are straight up. Like,
I mean,
you were a victim of rape.
Paz de la Huerta essentially goes.
This is
she
the,
keeps pointing out how ugly he is. Like she said she was raped by him, and keeps saying he was just ugly.
Good.
That power.
Is that yours? So obviously this is the part that's very hard to talk about.
Harvey Weinstein was known to be a bully. He thought
Woody
of himself
Allen's
as
son?
the sheriff in town.
He scared people in the same way a gangster would.
Yeah, he looks just like Woody Allen.
Very fast. He no longer seemed to want to talk about work. I said, no, I don't do that. And it was making a very big mistake.
When you read about rape, you read she kicks and screams.
I just froze.
I said no and I pushed them away.
I just came a lot. Most of the time.
All that said,
And the worst part
he
was
had pretty big deals.
afterwards, it turns out it wasn't even Harvey Weinstein.
Some
It was the guy that
motherfucker.
cleaned the bathroom, and he said he was Harvey Weinstein.
Another fat person.
Dude, there was that one story, I know the one you'll remember, where the chick where she's like, so Harvey Weinstein is like invites her up to her hotel room, and then she goes up to the hotel room thinking it's just going to be business, and he gets naked, and she's like, whoa, what are you doing? And then he's like, I want you to get naked. And she's like, I don't know. I mean, it is Harvey Weinstein. So she gets naked, and he asks for a massage, and she massages him, whatever that means.
What's with the
exactly.
massages? With
That was
these
his
guys?
thing, Nick.
Yeah.
He liked a good massage.
Epstein did the same.
So-
thing.
I love a massage.
Did you see it? Power. Power.
Massages are fucking
So-
dope. Have you ever gotten a nice massage?
No.
Well, I'll tell you who
What?
has.
A nice massage from a nice lady.
This is the last time I was on the show. It was you and your boy massaging each other.
Yeah. He massages me
This is
sometimes.
like the part 2 of it.
He walks on my back. It's the whole thing. I'm teaching this kid to really be a good masseuse.
Weinstein, Epstein, Gomez.
Hell yeah.
Jake Gomez.
But so anyway, so then she gives him a massage, and he tries to fuck her, and she's like, no, I'm not gonna fuck you, but I'll give you a massage. And then she leaves, and then she reaches out to him like a couple months later and is like, hey, let's you told me to keep in touch, let's keep in touch. And he invites her over to her hotel room, and she goes back to his hotel room, and she opens the door, and his dick's out. And she's like telling the story. Like,
she said she was alluding that she whacked him off.
I think she didn't say it clear, but she said they both got naked and she massaged him. Whatever the fuck that means.
She said, I got on my knees. And
You're
my
right.
Hand. So basically, with my hands,
Okay, so maybe I missed that. But so but then she reaches out to him, goes back to his hotel room, and she says she walks in and he's naked, and she tells it she's like, I just couldn't believe he was naked when I came in. And you're like, I think you're abusing Harvey Weinstein. Like, this one might be on you.
That girl's definitely. I said the girls they got to speak in this were not great representatives for the thing. They're not going to get the big name people, especially because there's so many people who aren't coming out and doing documentaries because they were like, yeah, I'll suck your dick for that role. So I think that's the problem they're running into with it. But
the thing is,
he is a world class piece of shit.
It also probably worked for him. 99% of the time. It was just like, yeah, boom.
But the lines they had him saying, I didn't know. There's all the details you didn't know. It was always seemed to be like, you want to make an enemy out of me for 5 minutes of your life. But I just think what I'm most blown away by was all stuff like that. It's like, why do guys? I don't know how guys can fuck a girl who's so not into it. Mm-hmm. If they're not putting any faking into it,
it turns them on sometimes. Though that's I think part of it.
I guess that's so foreign to me to.
Like rape fantasy, sort of power dynamic. That's people are into that.
Probably a lot of resentment. I mean, these people get power that's never been any kind of physical attraction or charisma. It's just all monetary power. And then in the entertainment industry, you're surrounded by people that do have those things that they'd like to inhabit themselves. Being around male movie stars that get all this fucking attention, it probably drives a big fat guy like that insane.
Yeah, well, think about it.
If he was just a finance guy, I mean, I'm sure he'd be a creep, but I doubt he'd be that kind of rapist because he'd be surrounded by other guys that look like that.
Hollywood makes it even crazier. Yeah. And you got to think he's an ugly dude who works his fucking ass off to get all this wealth and power. So then chicks will like him, and then they still don't like him. And you're like, you fucking bitch.
How old is he? 60? He's old.
Now he's old, but most of the stories there were from.
But it's also a different time as well. It's even when I started, when I started in comedy, it was yeah, dude, we get the fuck. I remember we start the idea of getting college gigs when I first started in comedy. I was like, yeah, dude, go to college, get some pussy. That was a thought I would have when I first started comedy. And now it's the idea of going to a college and getting pussy. I'm like, I wouldn't even do a college gig now.
I was gonna say the idea of going to a college and performing for those. Well, you didn't factor in when you had that dream. You're like, I'm gonna do colleges nonstop and just fuck a bunch of college chicks. You go to colleges and you're like, hey, blah blah blah, black guy, and they go, oh god, everyone hates you. They want you off campus right away. You're like, so it was a joke. They're
a person of color.
But they totally lull you in with yeah, you could say whatever you want, and then you can almost smell the groaning about the build.
Yeah. So. When's the last time you did a college though? It's been a long time.
Kent State in the 70s. It's a bad day for everyone.
Shit. 5 died in Ohio that night.
And a career.
Did you guys?
That's why you got to be do a rap or something, or a some kind of mentalism. If you want to work these yeah, you got to bring in another skill.
Have you guys ever eaten at Whataburger?
Yeah. What happened there?
I was supposed
Just
to
an
go
average
once.
day.
I gotta say,
This is another Netflix documentary.
Is that people love it, right?
it's fine.
I was in Texas, and this chick I was talking to, she's like, "You gotta go to Whataburger," and I was like, I live in New York fucking city, dude. Okay, I've had the best burgers in the world. Okay, Whataburger's not gonna fucking blow my mind.
You don't think California has more burger options than New York any day?
Only because let me tell you something.
California probably might.
Yeah.
The best burger I believe right now, hands down, is
cheap food.
Shake Shack.
Cheap food is better in Los Angeles, by miles.
Now that LA has Shake Shack, I'll say that.
Really, you don't find there?
Yeah.
But what do you mean cheap food? Because Shake Shack isn't even really cheap.
Dinner
food.
for two is costing you less than $60.
Like restaurant.
Like
I agree with
restaurant.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
LA
that's
is a
true.
million times fucking better than New York.
Because they got all those Mexican spots, and that's fucking always
I love
checked, and it's good.
Yeah, I love
Gala
that.
Getz is like one of the best restaurants I've ever been to.
I mean, look, New York City. I think it's just interchangeable. You could probably name 24 incredible restaurants that would make you lose your mind. It's New York, dude. It's fucking New York.
It's a real good review.
No, it's true.
My fucking mind. This place was so good.
Yeah.
But it's like New York is like you're like, oh, you got to go to Seattle for the coffee. It's like, dude, I live in New York.
So you're
the best
screaming at
coffee
this
shop.
lady, threatening to rape her because she recommended Whataburger.
But
You would have gotten a better tip, Miss Waterburger lady.
but
This one's on you.
if you pull the video from the Whataburger, go to I think it's about an hour, or I'm sorry, a minute and 5 into the video. This was a Whataburger in Texas. And I'm so happy I did not go here now. This is what happened.
Oh, man. Oh, this girl finna try to catch this old.
There's a mouse on the counter.
This girl really finna try to catch this rat. She don't even work here. Bro.
She don't even work here?
Oh, Lord.
Is it a rat?
Look.
Oh, what in the grease? That hoe is fried, guys.
That lady did not help. You gonna knock some money off them fries?
Wait, so what?
I'll take my fries.
So a mouse was on the counter.
Oh, no.
Went in there.
And then he jumped into the fryer.
Ah.
Yeah, and killed himself.
It's the most delicious. Yeah.
There he is. Look.
He died a martyr.
Oh, they don't show it after?
No, I don't think they showed him. Do they?
Oh, I thought they were gonna show a fricassee.
But you understand, this
mouse.
isn't like what they do at Whataburger. This isn't like the recipe.
I'm happy I didn't go. I don't want mouse.
Whataburger. She wasn't like, you got to try the rat.
Yeah. Mouse fries.
How much better is it with that guy's commentary?
Oh yeah, it's like,
Oh, dang.
Oh no! Oh, Mousy, you did.
No. Hell no.
And then the fat white guy walking over.
Oh, I gotta. I mean, what do you do there? You have to throw out that fryer, right? You have to.
You should probably throw.
Yeah, no, they should.
You
No,
can't
you
like.
dump the fucking grease and wash it out and put more grease or oil in. Who gives a shit?
I mean, that's it. Like,
It's a deep fryer. Everything's dead.
I honestly, if I was the manager of that Whataburger, I'd be like, just delete that from your phone, and I'd scoop the fucking mouse out, and we would
just delete that from your phone.
You wouldn't even waste more grease.
No, I mean, get that
Oil.
video off your phone, fish it out, and let's get back to work. I mean, you know what you're getting into going to a place like that. It was a couple years ago when that there was rats all over. They're making dumplings outside in Chinatown. No reason. They're like, let's just enjoy the beautiful weather next to the dumpster. And they were making dumplings outside, and there was like somebody got a video over a wall, or they were like went from the top of their apartment, and there's rats climbing all over the dumplings, and it's like, okay, you paid $1 for 6 dumplings. You expect that.
yeah.
A rat probably walked on these.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, there was that video years ago, the Taco Bell in the. It was on the news.
Right across the street. Dude,
I would go right back
West
into a
Fourth.
Taco Bell. It's that good.
Yeah, I know. Honestly, it didn't affect. I went to that Taco Bell that week. I was like,
Yeah.
it was almost a little advertisement for it. I was like, oh, there's a Taco
No,
Bell.
you didn't
West
go
Taco
there
Bell.
It's just
afterwards.
that
No
good.
way. But I used to go there because we would go to the cellar with Keith and Kevin. We would drive back to Philly every night. So many times, like
This is when they were
we'd go
both
in there and just get like
able-bodied.
Taco Bell to go. I mean, several times.
And then there was one.
Oh, dude, it was so bad.
Jay. It was Keith, Kev. Well,
I'm the only one left.
it's a curse.
They should just change the laws and let some of these places serve cat just to try it out, but put it on the menu.
Yeah.
And I'm sure people would change their minds.
Do they? I know they eat dog in China, like legitimately.
Korea,
like,
yeah, they eat dog.
They legit. It's like you can go to like certain like just restaurants and just order dog. It's not like a.
If you served
Not during the
human flesh
Olympics,
at a
though.
place in New York, you'd be sold out for fucking people that are that stupid that want to think they're fancy in high society.
What?
Not
eating
a dog in New York.
No, I said if human flesh. If you said this place has,
cannibalism.
meat?
yeah,
Yeah.
No.
people, there'd be a line out the door because people are like, I'm gonna try it.
There was
I'm
that
gonna
guy
give it a
selling his
shot."
wife's like titty milk. He was turning it into
jeez.
cheese or
Yeah.
something.
Great.
And I think they shut him.
It was
down
ice
'cause they were
cream.
like, this
It was
is-
ice cream.
So-
yeah.
Oh, well,
And what-
that does sound more delicious.
That's very Brooklyn. That
Yeah.
seems like a very
Turn
Brooklyn.
your titty milk into ice cream.
Mhm.
Have you ever?
You can go.
I would probably try breast milk ice
He
cream
got shut
before I
down
tried
for
direct
false
breast milk.
advertising because they said you could titty fuck his wife. That was in the commercial. But then they're like, "Come on, man, it's just a commercial."
There was a bar. I think
Titty
there
fuck my
there
wife.
are bars that serve breast milk. You can go on websites and buy not.
We can dark web now, dude.
No, there's not even dark web. You can go on fucking light web, doggy. Light
Regular
web.
light web?
Regular light
Light
web.
hard web?
Hey, you go to on the dark web to find a physical place.
No, I'm telling you, there's places. I don't know where. I've heard about places where you can go and just like a titty milk bar. But I know for a fact you can purchase titty milk for your baby or for your fucking weird perverse.
Oh, they have milk banks, yeah.
Yeah.
It's more than whole milk, but less than almond milk.
Thank God.
Titty milk.
Have you tried oat milk?
Yeah,
That's the
close
new
to
one.
it.
That shit's
Yeah,
great.
I haven't drank it.
Well,
Because
calories,
they've
though, right?
tried every kind of milk, and like, yeah, oat milk's the first one that seems like it does the job.
Isn't a lot of calories though?
No, not really. I mean,
Sometimes a lot of calories.
not as much as like whole milk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the gateway to whale milk.
Yeah.
The final.
The ultimate milk.
What is that?
What? Blunt.
Wow.
Yeah. Attell, when's the last time you smoked pot?
Like, I don't know, I guess in the 80s.
Really?
I really don't think I've smoked no, probably the early 90s or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you
Is
smoke?
it good now?
But
or
it was
no?
never your thing.
It was
right?
never.
Didn't you get stoned on Insomniac?
In Amsterdam,
Yeah, I did.
right?
Every guy I meet on the street.
Well, that was later than the 80s.
Yeah, so in the 90s, I guess.
All right.
Oh, no, you're right. I'm sorry. The early 2000s. But I didn't smoke. Pot was never my thing, really.
Yeah.
But
Did
you
it
guys
hit
have
you when
taken
you
it to a
smoked?
new level of it.
Did it hit you when you smoked it the last time on the show?
No, but you know, when I tour with comics who do smoke pot,
Sure.
I can feel like that buzz hitting me, so I got to like step out of the room.
Oh,
so it
really?
shows you the pot is stronger now. You know, it definitely is like a contact.
Oh, for sure it is. Yeah.
But this looks like something like, is this in honor of the Bahamas or what are you doing?
We're celebrating Godfrey's show.
Sorry, man. The conch farm is down.
Everybody come laugh.
Yeah, your thing was blow, huh?
Yeah, I like blow, and I also like some pills.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. And you know what? All the fun pills didn't start till like way later. Like, you know, Klonopin was never like a party drug when I was partying, and now it is. Like, that was like a big thing.
Is it?
Like, I got
What does
Klonopin
it
from
do
a
to you?
psychiatrist.
I have one on me right
It's
now.
a
calms you
benzo.
out.
It's like Xanax.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the
If you
calms
drink
down.
with it, if you have a couple, if like 2 or 3 drinks with it, it feels like you had 10
Nice.
drinks.
It's like a whatchamacallit, like a, you know, like if you were like truck or lube, you know, it was like, it was like graphic designer, you know, ludes. It was,
what were the pills when you were into them?
no, well, we didn't really get the good ones. You know, we would do some speed, but it was mostly blow and then, of course, mushrooms and acid and that kind of stuff. But don't you think that the pharmaceuticals now are just like far better,
Oh no, I don't even
gotta
think it's
be.
debatable.
right?
Yeah, they're like
Like
incredible.
hash. Like, would you do that off the street?
No.
Yeah,
I
that's
saw
what
Were
we
you doing
did.
coke and stuff in high school and shit?
You did.
No, I'm saying were you? No,
I never had that kind of money.
Yeah, coke's an expensive drug. I was given a new form of ecstasy called MDA.
That's the
Right.
old. That's the old form.
Is it the old form?
MDA.
MDMA?
MDA predates ecstasy.
I don't even know, dude.
That was a telethon.
Yeah.
It's
And
it's
that was Jerry,
this
Jerry
the way it
Lewis's life's work.
The way it was described to me was that it's MDMA, but it's the difference is it's
Doesn't
not
have a
as-
methyl group in it.
I don't know the fucking scientific.
It's the second fucking
psycho.
M. It's okay. There's MDMA.
All right,
and
Nick. Stop looking at me like I'm stupid that I don't know the fucking chemical compound makeup of
Well, there's
MDMA.
a letter missing.
Dude, you're
so
not
that's what the-
stupid. You're just not as smart as Nick.
No,
Nick,
I'm
continue.
just. It's a letter. It's just one letter is missing.
I know.
So I'm just explaining what that
Well, I'm telling
M
you the way
is.
they described it to me.
Don't give me information.
This
better than me.
wackier than MDMA.
But you know, like Jay, like when you came on the road with me, it's like even the drinking thing. You know, like you're not really a drinker. You know,
No.
I think that's cool.
No, when you were drinking, I'd prepare myself to drink that weekend.
You're more of a drinker now than you were then.
Yeah, you're
even
more of a
now, I'm
smoker
still-
now. You
Yeah,
just
for
weren't
sure.
really
Really?
into.
Jay was a straight edge till me and Lewis met him.
I didn't know that.
smoke weed really until we started hanging out.
Then we started riding motorcycles together.
Hell yeah, dude.
Cool.
I didn't know that. Wow.
There's Christian.
There's no weed for sure. Definitely later in life. Cigarettes in my early 20s, which is late too, to start that like a dummy, and or I guess late teens, early 20s, and then weed. When I was probably about 26, I started smoking with any kind of regularity.
Oh, but the MDA. So the way they described it, they said it's like ecstasy, except you don't have any of like the fake like lovey like empathy thing. It's just like the
Massage.
physical and the visual.
You just don't have everything you need.
Oh, dude, I don't. I love that. I was like, you take out the empathy. Give me more, baby boy.
So, but the pot now is so good, right? That you guys don't need anything else, right? It's not like you get drunk and smoke pot.
No, I need to chase that dragon. You know, there's that first joint that I ever smoked at West Havish Elementary School parking lot. Me and my friends rolled around on the floor laughing. We went to go see System of a Down and Incubus that night at Snowcore. It was the most amazing experience ever, and it's never been that good.
Really?
So,
weed doesn't work for me anymore. Like I would get high, but I don't. There's no like euphoria. I'm just like confused.
Yeah,
It's like I can't. I'm just shitty at thinking and like basic tasks.
I'm just feeding the
hard.
addiction at this point. It's almost like cigarettes.
Yeah.
Weed for me because I don't get like baked. I get a
But
little-
when's the first time you got like? Because for me, it was the Boy Scouts, and I'm not kidding around. We were camping and we were smoking pot and drinking out in the woods. You know,
how old were you in the Boy Scouts?
like 14, 13,
You
something
were
like that.
old to be in the Boy Scouts.
Well, you know, it was during the Vietnam War. We were trying to escape. No, I'm
That would
serious.
get you
Like,
into
but that was the thing of like
No,
everyone
14
like-
was the Boy Scouts.
Yeah,
actually.
so but it was
always
like one of those
older.
things where you're like, you know, the parents were like, well, of course, well, that's why they're out there, right? Getting
No one
high.
cared.
Well, when I was Cub Scouts was like really young. I was
Yeah.
like 7.
Yeah.
I was in the Tigers and the Bear Scouts and
The
I never made it.
Weeblos, the
Weeblos. You got to the
Weeblos.
Weeblos and then you became Boy Scout.
That was when you got the blue scarf.
Yeah, but
Weeblos.
I never made it, dude. I did every.
Was it you or your mom said like this is not for you?
My mom was our fucking Boy Scout troop leader. I had a heroin
Wow,
addict mom.
dude, that is
Boy
gay
Scout
as shit,
troop leader.
dude.
And
She was ahead of her
That's
time.
Crazy gay.
and-
You
and
definitely knew this. We've talked
Your
about
mom was
this on
just-
the show.
My mom was my Boy Scout troop leader, and the other troop leader was also another mom. So we had two moms. Dan Doherty's mom, who's also garbage. These two garbage moms that were just leading this troop. It was just awful. We did nothing. We never went to the woods. We never did anything.
Wow, you sure
We
wasn't
hung
the
out-
Girl
We literally
Scout?
hung out in this lady's kitchen.
Yeah, do the Girl Scouts do anything besides like raise money?
They do.
Sell cookies.
I think
do.
they bitch.
Just fucking
Yeah.
be hot. Says being little teases. Boxes of cookies. You know what I mean.
That always happens when you're on the road. When you go to like a Walmart or something like that, there's always like some dance troupe that needs
yeah.
money. It's like 8 in the morning, and you're like blurry walking in, and it's just like some girl wearing a tutu. It's just like, "Kid, do you want a
And they're
whatever,
selling-
a
they're selling-
cookie or a
they're selling-
nectarine or something?"
They're selling Bobo fucking candy bars and fucking.
I always am like looking around, I'm like, what's going on here?
This is
And
a
you see the
setup.
mom.
But
the
they're
mom
always selling
eyeballing.
like nondescript, like it's just a box that says peanut butter cookies.
Yeah,
like
just
nothing else on
something.
it.
Dude, here's the thing that's great about Girl Scout cookies. They are just awesome. They're actually really fucking good. So their product, all the other shit sucks. Those kids who sell like candy bars,
Oh, it's always fucking sucks.
Just nondescript like milk chocolate. It's in a white wrapping. You're like,
Or it's like
But Girl Scout cookies
cherries
are
with
great.
chocolate covered
the
cherries.
best.
They fucking rule.
They just nailed the product. So everyone else needs to just figure out a good fucking product.
They do so good that the other cookie companies now make their version
Yes,
of Girl Scout.
Starbucks has their own little knockoffs of Girl Scout cookies.
Can you imagine how
there's
shitty
there's definitely a
how
Keebler
fucked up
Samoas.
is Starbucks to try and like let's put these children out of business.
Yeah,
Let's go ahead and
Horn in
fucking-
on there.
We're gonna go ahead and take them. Just take them out.
Some corporate boardroom meeting. Like there's a lot of profit.
So
in
Girl
these
Scout cookies year round.
cookies.
Who's gonna need it from those dumb bitches?
in the Boy
Yeah,
Scouts.
let's nip this in the bud.
Girls aren't old enough to show a little leg to make a sale. Let's do this, man. Right next to your coffee.
In the Boy Scouts to make money to go to Albany. That was like a big trip for us to go to the Capitol.
Mm-hmm.
We were selling light bulbs. So it became like
What wattage?
It became like one of those like, let's sell a few, and it's like, this is hard. Dad, can you just buy?
Will you buy all of our light bulbs?
Yeah, they
Oh,
were
we would-
smashing them.
We would fuck up with when Isabella was in the Girl Scouts, and then have to just like buy them like all night.
Yeah.
because it could be
Because you wait too long.
Yes, you have to. I have to buy them all and then like resell them.
Oh, it's
Right.
like you're hawking
I was doing
candy at
re-
comedy clubs.
I'm doing. I did. I used to
I
bring them
know.
in the trunk. Yeah, people loved it though, but still, it was a thing.
Jay was known as a candy
But you would be like a
salesman.
fun dad on the trip, like on the camping trip. Like, let him go.
No, I never on the camera. I used to just do all my daughter's work for her. That was my mistake. If she had like was some contest. It was a Girl Scouts cake decorating contest, and like
So
it
you're-
clearly wasn't her that did it.
It's like,
I have a
you
picture on my phone
Made a
of the
Marilyn
cake.
Manson cake.
No, I have a picture on my phone of the cake that they thought a 6-year-old did. It's crazy how good I decorated this cake. I
Jay
did
is,
Stolen valor.
Turns out Jay is a gifted 6-year-old girl.
Jay's
very
surprisingly good with Play-Doh. I left my son with Jay. I had to do a show or something. Like you and Christine watched him one day, and I came back and they had Play-Doh there. I came back like 2 hours later. James is just like playing in the corner by himself like a dust ball. Jay's creating
The
elaborate.
things he saw when you left, he had to. He just sits in the corner.
Jay was just by himself, like creating these elaborate, fun
I don't think that was
dogs
was it?
and fucking.
Oh yeah, I did make a nice little dog. Yeah, cartoon dog.
Yeah, dude, it was like really good.
I'm artistic.
I'm impressed.
What did I tell you?
What's it called? Did you you guys want to? Did you guys see the Chappelle Owen Benjamin thing?
No.
I did see that.
No. What is it? He's complaining about Chappelle, or he's backing up Chappelle?
No, he's complaining about Chappelle.
He's I think he's accusing Chappelle of ripping off a bit.
Does he say he actually stole his bit, or he's just doing? The same thing?
I don't know, but he texted me and he sent me the video. Yeah, well, we're off the molestation now. Joke thievery is nothing compared to that. But no, he sent me the video, and it was like, who told it better? So I don't know if he was actually accusing him of stealing it, or he was just being like, oh, look, like they're these
it's
jokes
one
are,
of
like,
his bits
crazy
also.
Similar.
Yeah.
They're very similar.
It's
bits,
really similar.
But I didn't look at it and go, oh, this is like evidence that someone took this from there. I thought it was just like a parallel thinking type of kind of.
But if you were going to steal jokes, that would be the perfect opportunity to do it. Isn't that special? Because everyone's going to be talking about the social issues.
That's a good
it's
point.
the perfect crime.
What? Can I see the thing?
Yeah. Pull it up. You just pull up. There should be a.
So he said,
no, this isn't.
This is it?
Anything.
No, that's just.
This is a
watching
Chappelle
random
show.
thing.
That's a Chappelle show?
This is a.
LBGT, right? Yeah. There's more every day, I know. But I'll tell you when it happened. It all started with the L's. And the L's are great. No one has a problem with the L's. Like, some of the L's were like, L's, and everyone's like, oh, yeah, L's. Great. You guys are really cool. You're great dinner guests. You know? Because they love knick-knacking. But they always have interesting magnets. You know, it's like a Sylvia Plath poem on a mug. But they're good people. And then the G's came in. And the G's are cool, but they're male. So they're a little more aggressive, but they're a blast. You know, they're like, hey, we're the G's. And the others are like, hey, G's, what are you guys up to? They're like, you know, we're facing some discrimination. Why don't we team up? You guys have the Subarus, we got like raves. And we're pretty ripped, and we're fun, we're hilarious. So let's do that. You know, we're a little unpredictable. We might have a coke problem, but let's all team up. And the L's are going great. And at this point, everything's going great. And then the B's came in. The B's threw people for a loop because you never really know if you can go camping with them, but they're cool. Like, you know, they're like, we'll bang anybody. They're like, anybody? They're like, anybody.
All right, so you can fast forward to the Chappelle bits just because we're not going to watch the whole.
I love that there's a piano on stage because that set ends with him doing a song about black people's skulls. That's his big closer. How do you measure from a distance?
All the time, LBGT, and you think it's just one big movement. It's not. All those letters are their own movement. They just travel in the same car together. So the G's are just driving the car. Of course, next to the G's in the passenger seat is the L's. Everybody likes the L's, except for the G's. I don't know what that's about. I just know the G's don't like them that much. The only thing that breaks the tension between the L's and the G's are the B's.
I mean, I can believe it's just.
If it's one thing that the L's and the G's.
It's not even close. It's also like if
They're
like
very similar. I mean,
in terms of like the way somebody would deconstruct something. I mean, it's like if you're going to talk about LGBT stuff, it's like if you're trying to write jokes.
It's not
obviously
that crazy
you're
that
going to
you
go
go
one by
the
one.
L's, the G's, the B's, these, but there are a few points of it that are very very similar. Like they hit like very similar.
Like what? Like what?
I'm just saying. It's
everybody
to
likes
me,
the L's.
Yeah, but
general,
that's. I mean, that feels easy. I mean, he doesn't say.
I don't think it's stolen.
I feel this way anytime there's like a fucking controversy over this joke was stolen. We've said this for years. 99% of the time, it's just that it was No, I'm not even saying hacky.
Yeah,
It's just that it was a concept that you could think of if you were like going after that. I've seen like good jokes.
Well,
where
it's,
people
yeah,
do the
it's
same
also
thing.
that humor has rules, whether they're
But
you know.
I will say,
Well,
watching
they're
the
both
two
great
of them,
comics
there
as well,
were
so they can
Yes.
get to that same place. It's not a crazy idea that they would come up with.
If a funny person is thinking about doing an LGBT bit, it's very possible they both kind of come up with similar things. That being said, it was for all the other jokes that are like, oh, this is proof that this was stolen from him. And I've told Ari, I love Ari, he's a good friend of mine, but when he accused Carlos Mencia of stealing even that bit, I remember me and you kind of being like, the bit was like, they're like, they're going to say they're going to build a wall. Who's going to build the wall?
Well,
and you're kind of like, dude, someone else could have just
course.
thought of that
Well,
joke.
here's even-
this was a lot more similar.
As far as like like jokes, like there are rules. So if you have any topic, two people that are like comedically inclined are bound to land upon the same thing that's funny.
Yeah.
There's only so many. There's like anything.
Sure.
There's maybe like 5 different possible outcomes that are funny.
Yeah.
Like when one that was crazy was when Kurt and Ian Carmel both wrote the same joke about the Kandiru fish, which is like, how did you even like come across this fucking thing? It's a fish that swims up your dick hole and then releases spikes, and they both went at it with like.
But I guess if you hear about that,
how, like, you know, what kind of god would make this thing? So like they both, you hear about that.
If you hear about that fish, it's not crazy that a comic.
It's
would
not
try to
crazy.
make a
It's
joke
right. You
about
hear
that,
about it. They
know?
would try to make a joke about
you
it.
feel
and
like
how
you're
many
the
different
guy
ways
who
could it
thought of
possibly go?
that.
Yeah, it's unique. Well, the other thing is like, and I said this about Schumer. You know, the problem is,
but it just only applies to men.
Real quick, Chappelle. Somebody in his world probably knew that Owen had that bit, just like Schumer. A lot of those bits that I mean, I know Mark Normand, who's opening for her, knew those were bits that Patrice was doing. So the problem is people need to step up and go, oh, hey, just so you know, somebody else is doing that bit, which is what comics do for each other. And that happens all the time. People do jokes and you go, oh, just so you know, that guy does something very similar. Maybe think of a different angle or whatever it is. But I think they have sycophants around them and nobody says, hey, just so you know, somebody else is doing that. They just have a bunch of yes men around them. And Owen, unfortunately, hasn't made a lot of friends, or he's
he made a whole lot.
I'm sorry, he's not. He doesn't. He seems to not like comics anymore. I don't know what's going on with that. But I don't know how many people are just jumping up and going, oh, just so you know, I'm going to get Owen's back for Chappelle because Owen hates all the comics now. Is Owen talking shit about us?
No.
It's
I
also-
think Owen was busting your balls. I don't think there was anything like serious.
No,
about
I
it.
don't.
God, please let me see what we're talking about.
So Owen sent me.
If I saw both of those, I would not say anything because they're not similar enough. I mean, like that's not.
I would say something.
Nah,
the
that's not-
L's, the B's, the Q. If
Yeah,
two
it was
people were
similar
doing
enough
that's
that-
similar enough, I would say.
Dude, if
something.
two people in the comedy scene, in the New York comedy scene, say
Yeah.
we're doing that, if you had a joke that was that, and then Lewis started doing that joke, I'd go, oh, dude, Nick's doing like a very similar.
Yeah,
thing
that
to that.
similar-
Honestly,
Like, you
if I was
should-
doing that and then I saw you do it, I'd be like, well, whatever.
Yeah, one of us would give it up.
Yeah, but if
We would
I
figure
saw
out
that,
who was doing it,
and
Those
I've had
two are
this,
swimming in the same pool.
happen, but before like years ago when I was like a younger comic, where I had a concept and saw someone who was a much bigger comic than me do a very similar thing, and then you just go, well, I don't have that joke anymore because like that guy's doing it, so you're not. That's it. Like
It's also social media changes it a lot too because like almost, I mean, a lot of shit. If you see like comics, it doesn't matter who it is, going up and doing spots from like something that happened, anything topical that happens. It's like I guarantee you can find almost every single one of those jokes on Twitter. Tweeted by just
you might
fucking
be right.
whoever.
And I guarantee there's
earlier in
100
the
other
day.
comics who have a joke where they refer to them as the L's, the B's, the Q's, that
well,
has
also
been done,
people on
guaranteed.
Twitter shamelessly just take.
Well, I
shit
never
now.
overthought
So they'll
that.
just take that joke. If
That's
there's like
true.
a funny joke on YouTube, someone will
They'll
just
retweet
tweet it and just not. Get
Oh yeah,
any
dude, I
credit.
tweeted
They
something
were
a while
tweeted to the
ago.
point where you can't do it. Yeah.
But that also happened like on your career. Actually happened on my career too, like social media stuff.
Yeah.
Like it all happened well after I started comedy. So that is
Yeah.
an interesting thing. It does put a pressure on where you're like, now you also can't have a joke. Because if somebody else thought of this as their day job in Omaha, it still could get out there and get retweeted by
Yeah,
Well, that's
the
why you have to tape because you want a record of what you're doing. You want to have like the joke, like you telling the joke when you told it, so that if
Well,
somebody
that's
ever
from
comes
years
up
ago.
and-
Owen's joke is from like 2 or 3
Owen
years
definitely was
ago.
doing it first. There's no debate
and
about
the
that.
video. I think the video is up, right?
Yeah.
The
The Chappelle tours constantly, so I assume
Yeah.
he shuffles through a million different jokes and ideas all the way through.
Chappelle's not a joke thief. He's a
social
fucking
media-
genius. There's no
Yeah.
debate about that.
Yeah.
There's no debate.
He doesn't-
have writers. He's not a joke thief.
One of the greatest comedians ever, and I love Owen. And I loved the Chappelle special, and I'm a big fan of Chappelle. So like, I just don't want to believe any of that. So I'm just like, let me just enjoy the special because I did think
the special was
really
great.
funny.
Special was great.
But
Really
no one
fucking
said
funny,
anything
man.
that he's stolen it from him, or is he? You just said he just kind of put that up.
I don't know if he's saying he stole it from.
I don't even know if Owen put that up.
Owen's definitely posting stuff about it for sure.
Oh yeah,
What's
but
wrong
I
with the
thought
sea?
what
What's he
I
saying?
thought more the angle. Maybe I'm wrong about this, but I thought more the angle that Owen was taking was just kind of like with all these people in the comedy scene who are kind of like Vice writes that article and they're like, you can skip the Chappelle special, and everyone's like, fuck you, he has a right to joke about whatever he wants to. And Owen's kind of like, oh, so we have a right to joke about transgender people,
Right.
because I caught all of this heat and all these people weren't standing up for
course.
me,
Oh,
which
that's
I
true.
do get his point
Yes.
about that. It is like, I felt that same way too when I see all these comics standing up for Chappelle. It's kind of like an easy person in the comedy world to stand up for, but because DePaulo just put out a special, and I saw some of the same people trashing him that are standing up for Chappelle. So you're kind of like, I don't know, dude. You don't get to just pick and choose what comedy offends you
Right.
that should go away, and what comedy.
But to be
offends
fair,
you is-
Chappelle's special is funnier than Owen, and I mean certainly a lot funnier than fucking Nick DiPaolo's special.
I
So
think Nick DiPaolo's
if
fucking
the
hilarious. I
Chappelle-
think Owen's hilarious. Chappelle might be the greatest comedian of all time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
mean, that's
really
a-
going
it's
to
a
argue
gift.
with
If
you
this
about
shit, if this
that.
shit
But they are
wasn't funny, I wouldn't
enough.
have any interest in like defending
Yeah, but
it.
Owen
I don't give a
and
shit
Nick
about that.
DiPaolo are funny comedians.
Yeah,
dude.
Owen's
Like, they're
Owen's a
funny, man.
fucking killer on stage, and so is DePaulo. They're both. I mean,
Apollo is one of the best.
If somebody said they like DePaulo's special more than Chappelle's, it wouldn't be crazy. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's my personal opinion, sort of inconsequential.
No, but the point is, if you either should not have to like suffer all these ramifications for your comedy offending people, or you should. And if you go like, oh well, it's okay if right wing comedians suffer this shit, then you can't really be that offended at the LGBT activists for being offended
But
by
I'm not sure
Chappelle.
how many people were mad at DePaulo that weren't mad at Chappelle as well. I feel like it was most of those people still fit into that same.
I'm not going to
category.
name names. I specifically saw
Name
comedians
names, fag.
who were shitting on DePaulo, who were defending fucking Chappelle.
Give me a name.
I'll just tell you after the show because I don't
Tell me
trust you
what
to
you're
not
right
show
now.
everybody.
Jim Gaffigan. Throw somebody under the bus.
That's great. That's a great one to pick. That's all. I'm just saying. I just think in general. I get that point. That's all.
Yeah, but look, the reason I think the reason I post the thing I posted about it because I think it's great that somebody's that's that famous is taking chances, telling ballsy fucking material. The reality is guys like you, Owen, myself, we're not world famous like that where it this is gonna make people other comics are gonna go, shit, we can start telling dirty jokes again. It's influential enough that I think it's actually really good for dirty comedy or edgier comedy. And that's sort of the point that I had made, regardless whether or not, even if I didn't like the special, I think it's good that he's talking about that material. I said the same thing about Burr's last special.
The Rotten Tomatoes thing.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, the last I saw it, it was just like the most unbelievable visual. But it was like what's the thing where it's like official Rotten Tomatoes reviewers? There's like a term for them, and they gave it a 0%.
Yes,
and then
the audience score
the audience gave it a
versus-
99%.
Wow.
It was. The one I saw had 0, and the total count was more.
Yeah,
But what do they judge it on? I bet you they have
Because
this kind of
actual
like woke
good critics
PC.
have some actual reputable critics now have, I guess, given it good reviews enough to get up to 38%.
So basically, people love it, but the ones who are in charge of telling people what they're supposed to like are like, no, it's terrible and offensive.
That's crazy.
But it's kind of great. It's kind of great because, like Lewis said, it kind of just lets everyone know it's like, oh yeah, this is fine.
It just sucks that
You
like
can do it.
this has to be a conversation
conversation.
with every fucking
Yes,
special.
agreed.
Like, I mean, it was fun. Like I don't want to have more of an opinion on it than like, oh yeah, that made me laugh.
It was funny, yeah.
That's it. I don't like. It's fucking nauseating that it like has to be a debate on
That's
social
true.
media.
I
Well,
agree
people are
with
just
that.
bored.
Stones
This all
design-
they have nothing else to do. They have
Yeah, but like, it's like no matter what now, this is like how people consume and like engage with fucking
Yeah, you're
comedy.
right.
It's
And-
like it's not even. It's like luckily the Chappelle
easy to
special
beat
was
up on
fun.
comedy.
Bobby, bring up some of the bad ones.
But also, I think that is not. I think
wanna
most
read 'em.
people don't engage with comedy that way. People on social media engage with comedy that way, but 95% of people that are
audience.
watching comedy specials aren't engaging on Twitter or Reddit or any of these forums. They don't really give a shit. It's a small percentage of people that have a really, really loud voice.
But it's also not as if, it's not like there's anything different about how, Chappelle's new special, he really goes after. It's like, he's just doing what he's always been doing.
Yeah.
It's not as if like, like since
Actually,
prior
he's actually
Carlin.
disclaimed
What
shit
makes
more.
what makes like
He's
good
disclaimed
comedy, like good comedy, you don't have to think about. In fact, like any good joke, the more you think about it, the shittier it gets.
course.
So like the fact that comedy in general now is something that you have to think critically about is it only ends with it becoming shittier.
Let me see these.
Regardless of,
I agree with that.
Regardless
dropping
of,
in on a rascally uncle who doesn't know or doesn't care how much he's disappointing. I mean, like,
also, what the fuck are you
Nerd
talking
Reactor
about?
liked him.
Who has a rascally uncle? that's always
the people that
disappointing?
like him, I'm sure. I want to read the bad ones because they're always ridiculous.
Well, these are just regular
Sticks and
people.
No. This is not. This
No,
is
I
the,
think
this
these
is
are
the ones that count.
like the
Yeah, these are
the ones that are
professional
Sticks and
reviews.
stones designed to generate inflammatory coverage. It's a symbiotic cycle with no end in sight, and it's become the last thing a beloved provocateur should ever want to be. Predictable. It's terrible. Chappelle can only blame himself for that. I mean,
well,
it's
who
so
else would be
ridiculous.
blamed? I mean, that's
It isn't necessarily a failure. It just feels like he's presenting half-formed material with few jokes and truly hit hard. I mean, I thought this one particularly has some good elaborate stuff.
yeah. This was to me. I thought this was my favorite Netflix special that he's done.
Yeah, I liked it better than the other ones, the other two. I mean, it's obviously not as good as the earlier ones.
Look at Kyle Smith. That guy kisses cock. What's he going to do? Give a good review of this?
Hi, I'm Kyle, and I kiss cock.
Kiss cock.
Kiss cock and Kyle
Yeah,
here with
Kyle,
another one of my
kiss
kiss
cock,
cock and
dude.
comedy reviews.
Doesn't suck it per se, but definitely gives it a little just a peck on the shaft.
Kiss cock and
They
comedy.
call me the schlong smooching Kyle here, and I'm here to.
That's his logo. Yeah. Well, I thought it was fun. It was a good special. And I want to get Owen back on the show. I hit him up like 5 times to come to the show. He hasn't hit me back.
Well,
I don't talk to Hispanics.
Yeah,
that's true.
part of
He
it,
also,
too.
that might be the problem.
He moved,
He'll
but
make-
I think
he
he's
wants
going
you to
on
perform
tour.
in a cage right at the border of the building.
Did you guys see the video of the kid getting arrested?
Yes.
Which
This
one?
was- who? Oh, here, pull it up. I guess he's in a video game chat room.
Oh, he gets swatted?
No, he doesn't get swatted.
Oh.
And I guess he made some sort of threat. Go ahead, pull up the video. Do you have this?
Oh, I saw this. Yeah. His mom.
Yeah.
They're like, yo, are you cock smooching Kyle?
Cock smooching Kyle,
Look at
69.
But look at the kid's socks.
He's under arrest currently for making a threat to cause a mass shooting / act of terrorism.
Cause a mass shooting?
Yes. He made a statement, a threat, a written threat to plan or to carry out a mass shooting.
Oof.
But he's just a little kid playing a video game.
And all
That's
these kids
so
keep
far.
getting arrested. And that's why the FBI and the local law enforcement is spending so much time.
Wow.
Because how do we know he's not going to be the kid from Parkland? He's not going to be the next kid, the kid that shot up Sandy. But we don't know that. So when you withdraw the attention to you by making
That's the most ridiculous rationale I've ever heard in my
I wouldn't
life.
expect a kid to go, yeah, I'm dead serious. I'm going to go shoot everybody up. No, when we're caught, it's a joke. I didn't mean it. It's a joke. That's when you're caught.
But these games, these kids say stuff like that all the time. It is a joke to them. It's a game.
Guess
and
what?
It's so
Guess what?
wrong.
My time
I hate
in law
that game.
enforcement is spent doing is arresting these kids for making these statements all the time.
Pause it for a second, though.
That's what
There
your
is
time
something
is
funny,
spent
though,
doing?
to say it when you're shit talking in a video game. It goes, oh, yeah, oh, you get knocked out. I'm about to come shoot up everybody at your school. I'm going to get a gun and murder everyone. It's a weird thing to say in joking.
Yeah, but he's a fucking kid
He's 15.
talking shit. Look, I don't fucking know what the kid's plan was, but the odds that someone who just says something like that are actually
So
gonna
the
do
law,
anything-
so the law apparently. So what he wrote was, I'm going to take my dad's AR-15 and shoot up my school or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he wrote it like I guess in the game chat or whatever.
He stole it from Owen.
So once you write that down and press send, that becomes a terroristic threat.
Sure.
Right?
Jesus.
And I'm torn because as a father, like I'm horny.
All the time.
But as a dad, I'm like, I feel for the mom. You like, she's so like, her kids are being put in cuffs in
Yes.
front of her, and you're like, fuck, dude. Like, I couldn't watch. I don't give a fuck what my kid did. It would be difficult. It would be. I know myself. I just don't see myself not also being put in cuffs. And that's
You just lost half your tip, officer.
And let me tell you why.
Especially when this
Hand me
guy's-
that ticket, officer. I got a note for you, my friend.
I need to sign that ticket. No problem. No problem. I'll do a little bit more than sign it.
My tax dollars pay your salary. Maybe you should appreciate that more when you're approaching me, motherfucker.
So they really brought him to jail, you think, or just like drove him around the squad car? Like,
Texas,
well,
dude,
get
Texas does
get the
that
fuck
shit,
out of
though.
here, you
Texas
little punk.
does that a lot. See that? No, they fucking
You
they throw
whippersnapper.
the book at
Yeah,
him
like,
for shit
already
like that.
shit his pants. Let him out. Let him out.
But see, if that was it, I'd almost be okay with that. If they were like, "Oh, we're teaching him a lesson. We're taking him down to the station.
We're gonna
But
molest
when they
him.
Say, yeah, give him a nice, toss around.
Pull around the corner and make him live up to the cock smooching.
But
Kyle
when they say we're arresting you for threats of terrorism, that just sounds like it's like, holy shit, this kid's gonna be looking at
that's
like
what
20 years in
that's
prison
what
or
the
some shit.
statute is. That's what it's on the books as, is like you're making terroristic threats.
Because he
And
put
You're
it
Al
on
Qaeda
the-
now,
and he's doing it over state lines,
Once
so
you
it's
do
like
it,
a fucking
yeah, it's
federal
federal.
crime.
Yeah,
Federal because he did
it's
it
a
on,
fucking
the internet.
felony.
The thing is, at that point,
They go
it's,
into
like,
it.
it's not up. You can't make any kind of appeal to the police officers. That's the law.
Yeah.
You
It's
broke
the
the
law, and I'm really torn because I agree. Oh shit, I
But
do
did you
agree.
see? Go ahead.
I agree. It's like, you can't do that. You can't say, look, on the other side of it as a parent, I go, my kid's in that kid's school. He writes he's going to go into school tomorrow and shoot up the school. I don't give a fuck if it's a joke, dude. Figure that out. Figure out this. And then they ask,
So Lewis thinks the law should be whatever side his kids
Well,
on.
yeah, I would get into
Arrest the
arguments
other
with,
people.
with people about this shit after Parkland, because there was like a bunch of normally reasonable people I know like demanding red flag laws, where it's like, if he gets his ears pierced, he should be in jail. Like just and like literally just turning into fucking parents from the 90s worried about like Marilyn Manson and shit.
Yeah.
But like we need to do something and stop these like weird kids or whatever before they shoot up a school.
I get that it's scary, but if you're just saying, like, okay, if there was a thing where, like, I guess the way I feel is like, if there was a thing where, like, oh, this guy's like beat up a few kids, he's committed several crimes, he's like on this thing, and then he threatened to shoot up a school, maybe I kind of get something. But if it's just someone talking shit in a video game chat room, that seems crazy to like arrest a kid over that.
I think they should investigate it.
I was going to say,
I think they should
it's almost
deputize him. How about that? Go the other way.
I think it's almost like they should inform the parents.
You want to shoot some kids? Come do it for us.
But look could you look at their house again? Is there any way to put it back up?
Yeah, bring it up.
Evidently, they live in the jungle somewhere. I mean, there's like palm trees. It's like we tracked you down in Vietnam. Your last blood.
I mean, look at his dorky socks.
Yeah, keep on playing it.
I said that earlier. No one jumped on it.
I can't
They're
see if,
bandages. He was
if
bitten
that
by
kid's gonna-
rattlesnakes.
Can't you see my son has self-described polio?
The last case of polio.
And for
No one would ever.
too as well.
Okay.
So
My son would never hurt anyone when he's wearing his magical socks.
kids think that it's a game or a joke, so they go ahead and make these comments.
But it's just a
On
comment.
Silly Socks Sunday, he wouldn't.
Look at that other guy who wants to throw him a beating so bad.
He's like,
Let me just
one
teach
move,
him a
kid.
lesson.
Give me a fucking reason, kid. I'll show you who shoots up a school. Boom. Bang. Bap, 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 bap.
And the next case, then it's like, okay, now we gotta crack down on a lemonade stand 2 blocks up. It's kids' day at the police.
These kids think that it's a game or a joke, so they go ahead and make these comments.
But it's just a comment. So how is there an
There's
arrest?
a Florida state statute that says you cannot make a written threat to cause a mass shooting, act, or kill or harm anybody else. Legislature has chosen to
Well, he
do
didn't
that.
cause or act or do anything.
No, she's just dumb.
He made the statement.
She's just sweet though. She just doesn't want her kid to be arrested. I feel so bad.
Stand your ground.
Are these Everglades people?
So if I get on there and say I pledge ISIS and I'm going to blow everybody up,
They should arrest him
same charge
right now.
as, you know what, man, I'm fed up. I'm going to go to school.
It would be great if the cop turned on him now and he goes,
Yeah,
what
you
did
do.
you just say? No, I was giving an example. I was giving an example. No.
The music, Kill Bill music kicks in. Good.
So he'll be going to DJJ, the juvenile jail. He'll be placed in there for several days.
He's going to be executed by the state of Florida. we're taking him directly to the electric chair. But we're making sure that he gets raped in jail prior to that happening. Your son will be raped by at least one gang. We cannot determine the race now, if they will be white supremacists or Latin kings, but he will be gang raped and then taken directly to the electric chair afterwards. But it was just a joke. He was just saying a joke. I don't understand why you gotta gang rape him and fuck his mouth and ass.
It's the game.
He's playing a game online with his friends that are all saying this kind of stuff.
They say it in the game.
Are you going to make the Latin Kings rape all of them? In a perfect world, ma'am, yes. We would take all of these kids right down to the jail and sodomize all of them.
And we're going to go from there. The charge is a felony. It might be a second or third degree. I have to double check because a written threat to harm somebody is a third degree felony. Second degree is when you involve in a mass shooting in a school or an act of
A
terrorism.
little boy. He didn't do anything wrong. Yes, he's 15. He's still a little boy, and he's not one of the crazy people.
He's got a little penis. It hasn't grown. It hasn't grown
Dude,
at all.
the guy in the middle thinks he looks so bad.
He's got his hands are
Dude,
ready.
I look fucking so cool.
He's just whispering in the kid's ear. Make one fucking move, kid.
Try it.
God damn.
I've been looking at pictures of Jason
taste wrong?
Patrick and T2 all day long.
That's fucking horrible, man. That's fucking
I know.
brutal.
Ew, what the fuck is this?
I don't know.
Why would you make me drink
Diet
that?
Peach Snapple.
It's not though.
It's the best.
But it's not.
They've
What is
taken
it?
all the sugar out of it and added cum.
No. See if it tastes wrong.
It does.
Slide it down.
No.
It does.
I mean, after that
we don't need a
reaction, who
third
else is
opinion
going to
here.
taste it?
We don't need a third opinion.
What could happen to that?
I don't know.
It was so bad.
Oh man, I got to see what that's all about.
It's so gross.
I got to see what that gagging's all about.
I mean,
man.
it's odd.
No, I'm not tasting
You
this.
puss.
It's clearly terrible.
You'll do nothing. Yeah.
Come on, dude. You won't make out or jerk each other off with fleshlights or taste a Snapple.
You won't taste the snap.
How
true.
often piss
You're
factors
never
into
doing the
pranks?
bits, dude. Come on.
Gay Mike, drink all this Snapple.
Gay
This
Mike,
isn't
will
a
you taste
bit.
the Snapple? Thanks, Gay Mike. Tell us if it
Tell us
tastes
what's
normal.
wrong. You
Tell us-
brought this.
Does this taste normal?
You brought this into our life. First of all, look at why is the bottle so weird?
Are you texting
Yeah.
about this? Or
Mm-hmm.
what do you do?
It's like
You do like while we're doing it.
It's odd. Something's wrong.
Flavored
No, I
water.
think you were texting about this while we're doing it.
it's not sugary like a Snapple.
Letting someone know.
I'm just watching Attell and Mullen have their own conversation right now.
Dave and Nick have just checked out.
You're like, you want to start a podcast? They have their own podcast now?
Did you see my stool sample? It's in a peach schnapps.
Shit. I feel bad. But what do you do there? I can't blame them.
What, this thing? We're still talking about it?
Yeah.
First of all, look at that kid again. Do you think they really use handcuffs on him? It's like, okay, son, put your hand behind your hand and hold it. Oh, man, I'm in jail.
I mean, he's a gamer.
It's like he's
kid.
about to do a little, like, he's going to sing a
But
little
that's
choir
also the
song.
kids who shoot up schools. I mean,
That's
look at
right.
what it says.
It's a, you heard the cop.
A kid who says, "I'm going to get my dad's AR," and at one point the cop asked her, "Do you have a gun, miss?" And she goes, "Yes, I do."
I like how they
Look where
said
they live. Of course they have a gun.
I like how they sent a cop and an umpire to tell him your son is out.
Yeah,
I don't know.
What
man.
are you gonna do there?
Not ruin this kid's life?
Punch the fucking
No, you don't
cop.
give him but the reality is, you think the felony charge will be dropped. There's no way they're gonna just.
I mean,
You don't know.
maybe.
No,
Yeah,
because there was
that's-
another case in Texas where a kid did the same thing. He posted on Facebook that's like, oh, I'm gonna take a gun to school or whatever, and they railroaded that kid.
Yeah, dude, there's stories all the time of this where
Yeah.
people just get like these horrible fucking things. I'm like, that seems like a really serious felony they're gonna hit him with.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I mean, look, I guess if this kid was about to go shoot up a school, then it's good that they did this. But you got to realize it's like 99.9% that that's not the case.
Yeah, I mean, like attorneys, like states' attorneys aren't in the business of losing cases or fucking dropping charges. If they like bring charges against a kid like this, they're gonna fucking get what they want out of it.
Yeah, but if he gets a good lawyer, he's never had any prior arrests. They give him a psychological evaluation. My assumption is this kid's life will not be ruined. It sucks.
My assumption is
It
it will.
already sucks.
It sucks.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, don't go and post that you're going to shoot up your fucking school on the internet.
It is.
You can't
Well,
do
I'm
it.
telling you, buddy, I just watched.
As a dad, I would literally fight those cops. Like, there's no chance of putting my kid in cuffs in front of me. I'm also going to jail right there. I understand that as a parent.
So there is a chance they're putting their kids in cuffs.
No,
it's
he's
just
going to
you'll be in
jail.
cuffs.
That would be the worst. That would be the worst.
I can't, Lewis.
You're both in
I'll be
jail.
tased.
Lewis, what that social media shit does, though, I watched a documentary last night called Roll Red Roll about the Steubenville, Ohio, like their football team, like raped a girl while she was like asleep, basically.
Yeah.
And you know they were not getting away with it. Everyone was like, nobody really wanted to come down these kids because they're the stupid football team. But through just like a lady who, like a journalist, could go through everyone's social media to have these guys on social media saying things like, "Ho's gonna get raped."
I thought you were playing Limp Bizkit for this story. It was a perfect song.
Like really, they'll be like, "Ho's get raped." Watch out, hoes. Oh, these motherfuckers. Malik raping a bitch. Like, and they're not doing it like they're like, check it out, everyone. It's insane how much people share on that shit.
That's a little different.
I'm saying,
but, I mean, that's interesting.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, even like, and that's like they're confessing to their crime in real time while they're doing it. Like, this kid's like putting out there things, it's
yeah,
like,
I mean,
this
that's
is gonna
like,
come back.
that's evidence in a crime that already happened. This is like sort of like a First Amendment issue.
Yeah.
So it depends on how you feel about free speech. I mean, people in general don't seem to give a shit too much about it as much as they did 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
But is that yelling fire? Is that yelling fire?
Even mass shootings.
It's a threat.
It's still a gray area.
Because no one knows what to do. No one knows what to do
now. If you're actually threatening 500 kids in a school in that moment, and you're writing it down, I mean, it's
not. Yeah,
it should be the job of, like you said yourself, that should be investigated. It should be the job of law enforcement agencies to spend whatever resources they need to figure out whether these are credible threats.
Don't destroy it. I would. If I was in charge of this, he would have a psychological evaluation.
When this cop is like, oh, well, how am I supposed to know? It's like, well, that's your job, is to figure it out.
Yeah.
So,
but are they going to figure it out on that front lawn?
Yeah. No, but the point is,
go talk to the kid. I mean, yes. I mean, unfortunately,
cops try to have no humanity in their decision making. They try to keep it all. That's where they go. It goes, well, I'm told I have to arrest you if you do that. There's no like.
It's better that way.
They give
sometimes.
you no.
You don't have to be a dick about it, but if there's too much humanity in it,
it's not better.
It's too hard to call. It's just too hard to call. Like protective services, when they go to the bad house and they're like, "Oh, that seemed okay," and they're doing everything we said, and then it comes back and the kid's in the freezer or something like that.
Yeah, I was to say, if the kid does lunatic out one day, then that cop's like, fuck. Yeah. I shouldn't have just kind of made that call.
And they will
maybe I was an idiot. Maybe I didn't.
Sure, but then you should err on the side of being kind of certain before you take someone's kids away or before you take a kid away. Look, I like what Nick was saying. I think it's like you'd want to be like, okay, let's look into this. Let's check this out. Let's see if there was any how we can investigate. But once there's a statute like that,
Parkland, in the wake of Parkland, there's a lot of people that like I'm friends with that I saw get on social media.
Yeah, they're all crazy commies
that would see something like this and be like, good, yes, lock his ass up.
Yeah, that's insane.
I don't think lock him. Do you think search his house like fully to see what this guy like dig on the kid a little bit and then like see and if there's nothing to walk away?
Here's the thing.
Not arrest so much right away
because we're looking at it as like, oh, it's a kid.
Yeah.
Separate the fact that like being in jail for a couple of days sucks, but
even if it's not a kid, I mean, like it used to be. I just like don't really care to have the argument anymore. But I used to lean more towards like it doesn't matter what people say. It's like unfortunately you can't stop all crime, and it's like I would err on the side of letting people get away with it. It would be worse to me to like lock up 100 kids that say something like that, and it's clearly a fucking joke and destroy their lives, than not arrest the one kid that says he's going to do it. They don't do anything about it, and then he ends up doing it. I mean, I think like the net result of eroding people's like liberties and like
holy shit, libertarian Nick Mullen.
No,
here
just when it comes to
is.
free expression.
Wow.
When it comes to free expression,
this week's guest on part of the problem.
No, I mean, I've always
right, Nick.
No,
Nick.
I just want to be able to use the N-word. Is all I'm saying. And there shouldn't be laws against it. And I don't care how many schools they have to shoot up.
Yeah, it's
but you're right in that spirit. It can't be a system where anybody who like makes a joke now that you could interpret as a threat. Because if you want to interpret what a threat is in video game chatter, I mean, everybody's like,
What
I'm gonna
he
skull
wrote
fuck
was,
your mother, and I'm gonna
grab,
fucking.
I'm gonna grab.
I get it,
my
but
dad's gun and go to my school and shoot it up tomorrow.
I get
That's
it.
what he said.
So you're particularly
It's not
scared.
just saying, "Oh, I'm gonna come and I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm gonna come and kill
Okay,
you."
no, but hold
It's an
on. So
extreme
you're
example, but-
scared of that thing because that thing's in the news right now, and you have a kid and everything. I get that, but if by Nick's First Amendment question, if someone says, "I'm gonna fuck you up tomorrow," that is also a threat of violence. So is that okay to arrest him, not on a terrorist charge, but just for battery? Like, how far are you going to take this?
Technically,
Or are you
if
going to
you
go?
threaten somebody,
You threaten somebody,
Right,
but
it's
it's assault in certain jurisdictions.
Right, but I'm just saying, when you're asking what we should do, it's like, I don't know. I think the more reasonable thing is to go video game shit talking is pretty much seems abstract. Unless someone's actually done anything to indicate that they're really about to go do something. I don't think you go ruin a fucking 14-year-old kid's life over this shit.
15.
Oh, that's fine.
Changes
Take
everything.
one.
Oh, really? 15.
You know what? You know what's really?
Rape him.
This is like the mother should have just said he did what and just start beating the shit out of him, like really, like pull him down his socks, putting him like over his things. Like I guess.
Officer, can I borrow that club?
Yeah, just like beat the shit out of him. An
With a
old-fashioned
cop has to go,
Baltimore.
all right, I think he's learned. Yeah. Cop's like, all right, miss.
Like,
all
all
right,
right,
miss.
you got this, miss.
She's like, I just saved your life, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Stay down.
Get in that house.
Stay down.
Stay down. Break this kitchen, pack it on your hand. I don't know why.
You know we're
Southern
trafficking
black woman.
cocaine in here. How dare you bring the heat down on us? You know we're selling illegal iguanas out of the swamp.
That's a great crime for
tropical
that
fish.
illegal
Don't worry, the
iguanas.
tropical fish farm is okay. All right.
Dude, yeah, it's yeah, I look,
Hey, when did these guys take off? Did I miss that?
Yeah, hours ago.
Oh, jeez.
They had the fuck.
Ah, we've been rolling.
You gotta get out of there. You brought up this video, Jay. What happened with these kids on Snapchat?
Illinois teens saying to bring slavery back. This is kind of goes to what I was just saying.
Whoa, slavery's coming back?
I'm blown away how people don't see this coming at all. I know.
See
I guess when you
slavery coming back?
No, I'm saying I think when you feel when you're in like a
All the
small
signs were
town in
there.
the middle of this country,
Yeah.
that you're just like that your world is just so small that you couldn't possibly see this going anywhere. But it's just to have yourself documented all saying these dipshit things.
Who are they trying to impress?
It's weird.
Who's
with
that
no
white
context.
supremacist girl at the school that they're really trying to?
Well, exactly. With like you know like Snapchat anonymity.
But
you know what I mean? Like
but
they're
hold
saying
on.
it, which in 40 seconds you say a terribly racist thing or something awful, and then you're just like, that can go out there to the entire world.
But it's kind of funny because we're coming off the heels of the story about this kid. It's like, yeah, kids just say dumb shit.
Yeah.
They're whatever it is.
Yeah, but
their,
it's on
their
social
version
media
of
now.
funny, and you know they don't realize that it's going to be out there forever. Maybe they do. There's
Yeah,
just
they
no,
do.
Dude, they get angry and fickle, and they want to sandbag each other. They don't even realize when they'll put shit out like that.
No,
that
they
they're committing
realize
these major crimes.
They
Dude, it's
realize it'll
crazy.
be out there, but they don't like. They're teenagers. So when you're a teenager,
The
you're
world
too
is small.
retarded to like
Yeah.
get what that actually means. Like
yeah,
that.
that's
there-
why
there's
teenagers
actually-
kill themselves because they don't like understand that they're actually going to die.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
No,
Like,
I mean,
oh,
really,
no, but they're like,
they-
my
they
mom's
don't-
gonna be so sorry for what she said to
yeah,
me
well,
last
they learn
week.
that
brains
moment.
aren't,
And then
their
yeah.
brains
And they're
aren't
right,
formed.
though.
They make dumb decisions.
make me go to summer school.
Yeah. I don't want to be in after-school bowling league.
In retrospect, I wish I would have dropped out of high school.
You?
Yeah,
Really?
no reason.
Well, yeah.
Now, but you don't think just for not even like thinking of
Socially-
yourself as the kid who dropped out of high school, there was something beneficial to you just being like, all right, I at least like passed that level.
No, what I should have done was
It's young enough to roll with the system, I think, getting through high school.
What else would you have done that year or two?
Well, no, what I should have done was I should have dropped out of high school at 16,
Shot up the high school.
and then I should have gone to Rockland Community College, and you get to take college courses while you get your GED. And then by the time everyone graduates high school, I have my associate's degree, and then use that to get into real school.
Lewis, you lasted in college for a week and a half.
Yeah, I was going to say, I went for a
What
month.
makes you
I wish
think
I would
this
have
would
done
have
that.
happened?
I wish I
could
wouldn't
take
have wasted
college
that month.
courses as you're getting your GED. It's like being a lifeguard and learning how to swim. At the same time, it's like learn while doing.
Dave, you graduated college, yeah?
I was too dumb to graduate high school, but I'm 3 credits away from being an air traffic controller.
Did you graduate at NYU or did you just go?
Yeah, I did.
You graduated?
Really has no help or whatever. I was watching them today, like by the cellar. They're all going to school, and they don't seem all stressed out because it's like the beginning of school. But I guess because they've been taught all like that run, hide, fight stuff since like they're like 12 years old, that they all are like, how hard can this be? It's a bigger space.
Well, I think they just jump in. I don't even think there's expected. I don't know how many people go to college with like, I'm going to get a
No, that happens
education.
at colleges too. They have that lockdown.
Yeah, but I'm saying I think it's completely about like the social aspect of it now. You pick your place now based on where you want to fucking rage. It doesn't really seem to be much of a. I don't know. And I say I'm having a 17-year-old daughter who just doesn't seem very interested in.
Is she
depending
going to
on the week,
Jay,
I'll absolutely pay for her to go to college if she
like
tells me
applying
something
for
that she wants
schools?
to do for college. Do you know what I mean? Like what she wants to do.
What do you mean?
Like if she has an idea of what she wants to do, if she was going to like
her life.
Yeah, if she just goes, I don't know.
She's not going to know what she want to do with her life.
I understand, but if she's
You're going to buy this college?
So my point is, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with her not going to college right away.
Just
if
make
she
her
wants
like
to,
copy an Indian kid.
work.
Just figure out what an Indian family is. I mean, they seem to be on the right track.
I think there's more value probably in her working and not going to college if she doesn't have like a dream of doing something that college requires.
But
right
can I
now.
say this?
You going to college? You're going to
Just-
shoot this college up. Don't
And
put it
I'm
in
not-
writing.
She shouldn't have to have a thing. I mean,
I'm
just
not
tell
for
her, go on,
college,
yeah.
but at the same time, I wouldn't make that the standard. I would. She's gonna.
Yeah, but
I'm describing this-
you would have
Sure.
been successful pretty much doing a lot of things.
But I'm
I think, 'cause
describing-
you're a self-starter.
Yeah.
Most kids aren't.
No, I agree, and that's
Most
why
kids
I say
also come with a
sometimes
chip
they
on
need
their
to go
shoulder.
to college and be inspired. Hold on,
Sure.
they need to go and do things and meet people, have some experiences, and be on a campus, and then they go, oh shit, you know what? This is something that I at 17, you have no fucking clue who you
But
are.
you don't think that can happen outside of
It
college?
can, but I just feel like I wouldn't necessarily.
Well, what I'm leaving out
the
that's important.
standard wouldn't be I'm not going to pay for her to go to college unless she
Yeah.
tells me what she wants to do.
What I'm not describing
If
as
she wants to go
important.
to college, I would say go to college.
What I'm not describing that's important is that she does not seem to be like psyched about going to college. She's not
Doesn't
saying
wanna
she wants
go.
to do anything. She
What
doesn't
about her
like,
friends?
She
Aren't
doesn't
they
like
going?
high school very much, so it's like she doesn't hate it, but she's like not into it at all.
Are her friends are they
Are they going to
majority
college?
of people from her?
Because
high
if they
school
go,
going
then
to college?
she'll want to go.
I don't know.
I mean,
don't
she
know.
is Hispanic,
Sure,
half.
her school isn't though.
All right, so they're going.
But no, if she expresses like interest in really wanting to go to college, I would do college. I'm just saying, like, if she doesn't want to, I don't see just going. Well, you go to. I think her mom has much more of like a. No, you got to go to college.
been-
Yeah,
you have to.
If my son and I told my, I tell my son this now at 7. Like if he is into school and into learning and wants to go to college and that really excites him, then that's what he'll do.
Of course.
But if that's not the route he wants to take,
It's
he
a
has
little
other-
bit
Yeah, but what's the
weird.
other option though? There's really no.
Well, you could
Work,
go get
you
a
know,
job for a
factory
little.
work.
Get a
There's no,
job.
there's no, there's no blue collar. I mean, like what would you get? Like, what's
Camming.
I don't know, just kind of like live on your own or something like that. Just
You
figure
could
something
get some
out.
job, right?
Yeah, of
They could
course.
be like a
Absolutely can.
fucking something.
When's the last time you had a real job?
I don't know.
Okay.
14.
Yeah, so there you go.
No, they could be like a graphic designer's assistant or something. I don't know.
There's a million kids with degrees that have those. Like the unpaid internship now, you have to like be like the son of a celebrity and also have a degree in like film and television. So it's like so difficult to
If
even
it
get
makes
an
sense, though,
unpaid
I'd rather
job.
try to help her in that capacity by helping her get some internship at like a TV thing or possibly.
Yeah.
Than just her going arbitrarily.
But she's going to be up against kids that are going to college.
Jack, can you get me an internship at a TV thing?
What would you like?
I don't know, man.
Maybe Amari?
Spike TV.
It's a trip to Connecticut.
Jay-
Defunct networks.
Maybe
Jay can't help you
Court
with
television.
It's like I'm going to get you. I'll write a letter to the Impractical Jokers to see if they can do something for you.
I like your plan is get Isabella the internship, and Lewis goes, "Can I get one?" You go, "No, but you're going to college."
Can't lose you. I am paying for your college.
But doesn't she just want to party? Like, isn't that like the whole thing of like when you get away out of the house? And,
Now that I get not
Yeah,
wanting,
right.
if you're a parent, not wanting to be like, "Hey, I'm not trying to spend 17 G's a semester for you to just."
That's
go
what I'm
fucking
saying.
party."
If she's like, I'm going to go
That I
away to
get,
like Ohio University or something, I'd be like, what is it you're going for? If she was like, just like, oh,
Just
I'll
send her
figure
to
it out.
Jeffrey Epstein's island.
Yeah,
Don't worry,
that'll
he's
learn her.
dead. It's just his underling.
Did the hurricane
Yeah,
hit
but just
that
so you know,
island? Did
that-
anybody
that-
see?
that party's gonna happen
What side is
anyway.
God on?
Did we not play? We didn't play the video.
There's just a bunch of Sour Patch Kids floating up on the coast of Florida.
But but that partying, whatever that concern is, it'll happen.
It's not a
here.
concern. No, I absolutely agree. It's not. That's not my concern.
But
I'm
you're
just
not
saying,
paying for it here,
I'm saying
you know.
to pay for her to like call it going to college to go fucking just hang out and like not go to classes, which is the thing. Something I would have done. So
I like
again,
how
I'm
you
just
said
saying, I'm almost saying to her,
$17,000.
don't feel that pressure. Like you don't have to go to college for me. You know what I mean? So if you want to like figure something else out for a while and then see if you finally get inspired, if you want to go to college.
You talk to your daughter. You talk to your daughter
wanna-
at college the same way that I talk to girls when I take them on to like a nice restaurant and try to get cheaper meals.
If you have the money to pay for like all 4 semesters of college, you should just get your kid a fucking mortgage and teach him how to be a landlord. I mean, really, to get him a multi-unit fucking property and be like, yeah, here's your job. You're a property manager. In 4 years, you do it right, you get the fucking house.
I think if your kid is that type of kid, like I think Lewis, let's say hypothetically Lewis had parents.
Yeah.
And they were like decent parents with some money. It's a
I'm
different
trying to
universe,
picture it, but
let's just say, but someone like Lewis, I would get being like, you might be better off in your life if your parents went, hey, I'm not going to spend $70,000 on your education, but I'll invest $20,000 in you if you can present like a business idea to me.
Not at 18.
No,
it
because
would be
even
squandered.
Well, no,
Yeah,
that's
but
why.
even if you
That's
tried
why
to, you
like
might
a
have learned
multi-unit
more that
property
way.
is like the best thing. They have an apartment. They have their own independence. They manage the 3 other units in the place.
I like that
It's like when
idea.
you
That's
do that,
that's not
do
a
that
bad
for 4
idea.
years. It's the same cost, and it's like it gives them. I mean, fuck it.
Yeah, that's a kind of
that kind of kid,
if you have the kind of like capital to do something like that.
Jay, you could teach your daughter to be a super.
yeah, that'd be great.
But that'd be funny if like there's a problem and she's like, nah, I don't care. That sounds
You know,
like
she's
a
great at
cookie
it. She's
down there.
cranking wrenches and shit. I got a leak in 5C. I'll be back.
She's still just fucking.
You know what?
No, the worst
having
is when you
dorm
go to
parties at her
college.
Send her to
apartment.
college. This is all ridiculous.
But what about the parents who send their kid to college and then to grad school or law school, and then the kid goes, you know what? None of these things really click for me. I think I'm just gonna basically hang out and
that's what
drive a pedicure. That's what every parent.
That's my
gotta
daughter's
be a
mother.
fear
That's
too.
what my
right?
daughter's mother has done.
Right.
She is in. She went to school all those years, law school, and then now she primarily does comedy. It's like a way.
But she was a lawyer for a long time, though. She's retired, basically.
No, not really. But I mean, but Geraldo was a lawyer. Dan Natterman was a lawyer. A lot of lawyers in comedy. It's weird. They just stopped doing it.
Yeah, all the greats: Geraldo, Dan Natterman, your ex-wife.
No, I think that with the college thing, because family going to a really Ivy League school, which is something none of us could ever do. We're so stupid, and somebody actually go there. All of us is just oh my God, this is going to be so much money.
Yeah.
It's we really wish we had a dumber.
Oh yeah,
could dumb it down.
Well, I mean, that'd be great if my daughter was interested in going to Brown or something. But I don't, that's not really the scene.
Well, I say keep her on the island, huh?
Keep her right here.
Hofstra, that's the fucking Brown of Long Island.
She'll be going to Brownsville, right? Don't you
Actually,
worry.
what she suggested or seemed any interest in was going to FIT, which is actually pretty
that's
cheap
cool.
because it's a
Sorry, buddy.
it's a CUNY, right?
FIT
City
is
School?
not a city university, no.
It's it's
No,
something.
FIT is like a fashion private
Fashion
school,
institute,
isn't
yeah.
it?
I know, but it's
It's kind of pricey.
I'd like
It's not?
FIT.
FIT is.
It's what you can get scholarships there, but it's that one block. Basically,
FIT is
in Manhattan.
SUNY, so it's a
Yeah.
state.
Oh, it
school.
is a
state.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought FIT was private.
It's not as
Oh,
cheap
okay.
as the city universities. So my ex-girlfriend went there.
No, well,
I
it's a
remember.
state. She says it's a SUNY, so those are more expensive than
Okay.
the CUNYs.
But it's still not going
But
to,
that's still
fucking,
no. It's still way cheaper.
Boston
I
University.
didn't know FIT was a SUNY. Man, crazy chicks who go there.
Yeah.
Did you live in the dorms at NYU? Mm-hmm. Was that great? That experience? I have
so
no
long
college
ago,
experience.
right? I mean, in the 80s and stuff, so you could smoke inside and all that. I assume now they have nothing like your knowledge.
You can smoke inside a dorm room? I feel like that
Yeah.
would never be the case.
No, now I don't think you can do anything like that.
They just announced the building I live in. They just put up signs that it's now a smoke-free building. And I don't even smoke.
In
I
your
haven't smoked
building.
for years. They also
The
say it's
last
a
old
vape
person
free.
died.
It's a vape free. Yeah,
My building
maybe.
is smoke-free building too. I think they all.
But it
say
kind of
that now.
pisses
every
me off.
lease,
I
every
would
lease says
assume
there's
every
no
building
smoking.
smoke.
No, there was nothing in my lease about not smoking. I mean, I guess I didn't read the whole thing.
I
but
bet
they
you there
just
was.
no. They put up a sign that's effective. It was of the I don't know, 3 months ago.
That's probably
this is a smoke-free
legislation
building.
thing. Like,
Is it a
maybe.
co-op or a condo?
It's just a fucking rental. I don't
Okay,
think
so
it's
you
no,
don't-
I
yeah.
just fucking rent. But it's just there's something about it that pissed me off, even though I haven't smoked cigarettes for quite a while.
Yeah.
I was I don't know.
That's not
Really?
fair.
Yeah,
Especially if you bought a place there and you
well,
thought
that's
you could smoke
different.
it.
Then-
It really
Well,
is.
now you're
They should be
vaping your
allowed to.
lungs, fatty Dave.
I'm actually really scared of fucking vaping now. Everyone's fucking the
Why, what
goddamn.
happened?
There's just
CDC
all
put
these
out
fucking
today that
articles.
vaping is
You
worse
believe
than
that
smoking
conspiracy?
cigarettes.
Vape it up. Come on.
Lauren's
Center for-
texting me a new story about someone who died from vaping every goddamn
my fucking
day.
God, leave me alone. Let me just be in my own.
It's all I have.
I'm so glad that turned out to be how vaping works.
Come on.
No,
Too good
because
to be
you're
true.
right.
He's
the
right.
fucking
I even know
hubris.
you're right.
If the vape community wasn't fucking he's still smoking cigarettes or whatever, like
I didn't do
everybody's
any of
fucking
that.
face 7 years ago, they deserve to die. They deserve
I
whatever
deserve
the
to
worst
die, but
kinds
for
of
other
cancer
reasons.
that you could possibly get.
It's also new cancer, like robot cancer.
Yeah.
It's not the
It'd
old
be like if
cancer.
cell
No one knows
phones
what it is.
came
Things are
out.
growing on your lawn.
It'd be like if cell
Turning
phones
into a
came out.
machine.
Like if cell phones
taking
came out,
over.
people were going around
Come
like,
back
"Oh,
as
you still got
RoboCop.
your home phone? Oh, nice home phone, asshole!" And then they just all have brain cancer.
Yeah, which is probably also coming. We have no idea.
cell
How
phones-
all this technology and the way it all these fucking. Think about the
Can I tell you
amount of
what,
like fucking shit that's beaming through the fucking air.
I was gonna say having
nonstop.
a cell phone is probably not adding to anything. That you're just walking constantly, whatever that field is, you're walking through it constantly. Please, let's watch these white girls say slavery should come back.
Oh
Right,
yeah,
yeah,
I completely forgot slavery is coming back.
And we'll wrap up after this.
What?
Real quick, let's do plugs. Before we do this, let's get some plugs out of the way, and then we'll watch this video and end the show. Nick Mullen, what would you like to plug, my brother?
I sell T-shirts at Cumtown.
I love it. I love the fact that you've turned into a T-shirt
I love
salesman.
it, dude.
I know.
What's the thing?
The URL is cum.town.
That's so cool. You bought that?
Yeah, I did.
Damn it. I knew I'd meet that guy eventually. That's great. That's great.
Dave, I think you're doing more stuff with Jeff. You guys are on tour right now.
Yeah, we got some gigs coming up, but I think the next one I'm doing is in Lancaster, PA, at the Dutch Bake Oven Dinner
Dinner
It's
theater.
got to be named something like that, you know. The Rooster and Cobbler.
Bakery and Wheelbarrow
Pumpkin
Factory.
Patch. Yeah, no, so that's the next one. But you can go to my Dave Attell. What is it again? Dave@dave.com. Yeah, whatever that is.
DaveAttell.com.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yes, Lewis.
September 20th and 21st with Kurt Metzger will be at Zany's Nashville. For
that's
that
a great
weekend.
club.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Super excited about that. Louis J. Gomez presents Louis J. Gomez, the special. Grab it at Louis J. Gomez presents LouisJGomez.com. Check out the other podcasts, Believe You Me with Michael Bisping and the Realize Podcast with Zach and Miko, all here on the Gas Digital Network. In fact, if you love this show, every episode we've ever done is available on demand at your fingertips. Go to GasDigitalNetwork.com. Use the promo code LOS. Get a 14-day free trial. $7 a month gets you the entire on-demand library. 5-day pre-release on all episodes. Ad-free, uncensored, live chat, and more. Promo code LOS. GasDigitalNetwork.com.
Holy shit.
Davey.
I don't really have anything to promote, but Part of the Problem, Libertas, all the same usual stuff. And yeah, thanks for listening.
Oh, and grab some tees, some merchandise. We also print our own merch. Podcastmerch.com. Grab the merch for this show.
Oh, yeah, I got a new shirt up there.
New T-shirt for Part of the Problem.
And a new mug.
I'm doing new
And they've
mugs.
been
Say
selling.
my dates before we go into the whole fucking merch thing.
Well, Lewis brought it up, and
I brought it back in. Jay, you're the headliner here.
He
Go,
wanted
baby.
to step on my merch sales. He
yeah,
couldn't just do
stomp
dates.
on you.
Oh yeah, and if you guys want to get some quality merch,
Come
go over to
downtown.
merchpump.com.
This weekend, actually Thursday coming up, we have Goddamn Comedy Jam happening in Las Vegas. Check it's gonna be a lot of fun. Sal Vulcano and Joe Gatto both on that Comedy Jam. Dan Soder, I believe, singing in a rare appearance. Then after that, Friday and Saturday, I'm in Omaha at the Funny Bone. After that, Chicago at Zany's. Orlando coming up pretty soon, which I'm trying to see. Maybe Dave's going to come down there with me. But I'm going to bring somebody down there with me to the
Maybe
Orlando
Dave,
Improv.
somebody.
Maybe Dave something.
There we go.
And no, I hope Dave.
I'm going to try and make
Dave's
that work.
who I've asked. But I will, but you know, we'll get somebody down there for sure. But I hope it's Dave. God willing, it's Dave. BigJComedy.com. Yeah. Let's hear these girls be racist.
Hell yeah. Also, thanks to everyone that came out in Texas. Those shows were incredible.
Blast, dude.
So
Thanks
much fun.
particularly to that waitress at the
We did a
cigar
show.
bar.
We did a show since then.
Oh, we
Lewis.
did talk about that, yeah. Here we go.
Hey, niggers! Because it's snow, they don't work, so we should bring back slavery to whip them niggers. Bring back the KKK! Woo!
They never went away, by the way.
Here or out?
They're cute.
I fucked them.
Fuck both of them.
I already fucked these women. I don't have no interest in them.
Wait, rewind it.
I would literally date her.
I'd
make her my girlfriend right now.
You can't go back to the beginning?
Hey, niggers! Because it's snow, they don't work, so we should bring back slavery to whip them niggers. Bring back the KKK. People like that.
That's the best part. Bring back the KKK.
So that's the whole video. That's everything.
Just their dads are watching this like, thank God. I sent her to college. I knew she wouldn't disappoint me.
She did so good, my baby. Yeah, is there any follow-up story to that video or anything happened to them at all? Because I mean,
We go look.
I hope not.
We were taken out of context.
Yeah.
If you listen longer, we explain why
They're
slavery
cute.
should be
Who
brought
Did
down.
you listen to our next Snapchat after that?
It's the officer
when we were like,
that
"Is what a
arrested-
terrible person would say."
yeah. They're doing an impression of the mean girl that no one sees there.
Yeah. I mean, look.
When did we start taking women seriously anyway?
Right when
was
slavery
goofing
ended.
around.
I mean,
Right
in
at the end of
comedy,
slavery.
even in context,
They were racist while drunk.
it was never going to kill.
Who knew that women can be hilarious?
Just Vanessa, she's your favorite comic.
Holy shit. She should do a
Those
special.
girls are my favorite comic. Is that Frangela? What's that called? The two-woman troops?
Yeah, I mean, they're just dumb kids. You know, the reality is.
I think they should be arrested for terroristic threats.
They certainly should be
They were
arrested,
going to
but
bring
that's
back
a hate
slavery.
Well, it should be that cop
What's the
giving them
brazen nature of people allowing themselves to have these things like be out there? That's
Being
Well, they were
drunk,
drunk, though.
not
They were
thinking
drunk.
about it. They're fucking 20 years old.
See, here's the thing, Jay.
I've just fucked both of
You
them.
didn't-
They're going.
They don't do
They're
a lot.
running over and over
Yeah.
again. They have no blood
They've
left in
just
their
been
brain.
fucked by me for hours.
Like Stav came and fingered one of them after
Relentlessly.
Nick was done. But see, here's the thing, Jay. You didn't start. You like you said before, right? You didn't start smoking weed and drinking till your 20s. You don't understand what it's like to be
Yeah.
18 and hammered.
That's when
You're
most
18 and
people start doing
You're your
racism.
most retarded ever. You'll say shit. If everybody who was 18 and hammered was filmed, you could ruin everybody's life.
Oh,
like
yeah.
that's just you're gonna say
Easily.
insane.
Yeah,
shit.
luckily, when I was 18, there was no cell phone video. There's none of that.
Thank
Like,
Why luckily?
Luck.
Thank God.
The shit that you
I'd
would've-
be in prison.
Probably.
Yeah, no, I'm saying I guarantee I've said horrific things when I was a teenager and drunk.
Yeah.
Teenager, we're in our 30s. Before we go on air,
All right, tonight I've said
we
horrible
say it
things.
on the show. We say shit worse than those bitches say.
I've made terroristic threats, specific direct threats over the internet a bunch of times. And I used to do it when I was like 20, 21, and I'd be like, it's free speech. You can say, I mean, we have a fucking amendment. I'm pretty sure I know the law, so I'm not worried about it. And it's like, by, you know, the grace of God, there go I with these fucking kids. But, you know,
It's just, yeah, dude. People do stupid shit.
So it was determined that this video was actually from 2017.
Oh, when it was
that's
okay. All right.
Election year.
Yeah.
Way back then. Okay.
Oh, these girls have
They
changed.
were just celebrating the election.
They fucked so many black guys since then.
So there was no actions taken to her from the school, but she was working at a senior center.
She was working at a fucking.
She's working at a senior center.
All black people.
Yeah, I'm sure those seniors really give a shit about that kind of life.
Yeah.
She found the
That's
perfect
a girl,
job.
Allison.
Doing an impression.
Good job, Allison.
Yeah.
She was working at a Popeyes and she lost her job.
She talks like the radio used to. I like that girl. She reminds me of the fireside chats.
That gal's got moxie. Going ahead and saying whatever she want and all.
Is that the president? Is that you, Mr. Roosevelt? He's come back for us.
Ah, shit. Did you guys try the Popeye sandwich?
Christine's texting me that Isabel wants to go to film school, but she wants to go
She's
to
texting
film
you
school.
right now.
God, Christine, stop watching the show, you idiot.
That's pricey.
She's folding laundry, so she's listening.
I'd say get her that apartment. Get her
Buy
an
the apartment?
Just get her an apartment complex somewhere in the middle of New Jersey.
But
It's
she
a
wants
great
pictures of
life
it.
to live.
She's looking at FIT for film.
Hold on, Attell's
Well,
playing,
it's
Attell's playing
assuming-
Snake.
What's that? They connect with my
You got a
swatting
rotary?
team.
FIT is the Fashion Institute.
Yeah.
If
They
you
do
are
film
passionate,
there?
I really mean this.
I gotta go.
If because I dated, yeah, we're gonna wrap it up anyway.
okay.
But I dated a girl went to FIT. If you're a chick is like you're passionate about fashion,
Yeah.
you fucking suck. I don't know what
It's
else.
not fashion she wants to go for, though.
Not
have
just
like a
you
decent
suck.
film
We just want to go for
Film. They have like a film program.
FIT for
Yeah.
film.
Fashion
I didn't know
Institute.
that. I didn't know
Are you
that.
mad
I thought
you
it was
can't
just
call her a
fashion
dumb
and the
asshole
business of
because she's not going to
I just
fashion?
feel like she should go to a film school.
Yeah, that would make more sense.
I'm gonna
Yeah, but at least she'd be like local, though. Would
Yeah.
you like her local? Or would you like her, like you said,
I'd
like
like
in,
her local for sure.
Heartland or something like that?
Local or L.A. would be ideal for me because those are the two places I would.
Where do her friends go? Doesn't she want to, be with her friends or something?
I don't know. We'll see where that is. Probably at some point that'll be part of one decision she decides to make.
She could be their landlord. They could move this
Buy.
It's always it was like one of your
If
dreams.
you have a place in mind, you go,
Yeah.
It's like,
here's
All I
she should
want-
join the Coast Guard.
I want an
wanted to do
apartment
that.
complex in Middlesex, Delaware. Drag all my friends down there. We go to Applebee's on Friday, and then they pay me the rent.
Nick Mullen, Dave Attell, thank you guys so much for hanging out
Thanks
with
for
us.
having me, man.
Yeah.
So much fun, and we'll catch you guys next week from the stand
Live at the Stand next week, the 9th, with Bob Kelly and Rich Voss.
on Legion of Skanks. We'll catch you next week. Peace.
You've been listening to the Legion of Skanks podcast with Big J. Okerson.
A lazy-eyed albino.
Cry for me. Come on. Cry.
I'm a shepherd of shitheads.
Louis Gomez.
Louis J. Gomez, you motherfucker.
Louis J. Gomez.
If you look at me, I'm gonna break your fucking jaw. I want to punch you in your fucking nose. Man, I'll punch Uncle Magic in his fucking head.
And comedian Dave Smith.
Fuck you, I ain't got jokes. I feel like if I wanted to be gay,
Fucking stick your fist up your ass if you have lube.
The Legion of Skanks podcast.
Yo, ding dong, we're done here. Time to go.